telling me. So I don't know
Okay.
why.
You know what? You know what? I didn't add it. It's added now. We all set. So tell him to go to click the link and go right there.
Oh,
All right.
please, can you do that? Can you just let them know in the chat?
I got you.
Yeah. Or just DM him. I sent another DM. So he said, crash the industry. I'm sorry. What's your name, bro? I'm
My
just
name
Santi,
calling you.
man.
is Shadi. Call me
Huh?
Mr. CEO. My name is Shadi. Call me Mr. CEO.
All right, Mr. CEO. So when he reached out to you via Seek to handle the face off, he said there was, a little, because I understand that's your baby, like he said. So what was the issue, the possible concerns you had with get handed it off to a platform such as Crash the Industry?
We all, well, for those who don't know, I had issues where where somebody trying to take take somebody was trying to help me out in the past, and it didn't turn out correct. A lot of people, when they want to give you, when they want to help you, it normally doesn't work out, or because they have a vision, you have a vision. I didn't know Santi for the hole in the wall, and I know he been on the platform before, which I ain't forgot. He was like, "Yo, bro, I was on a platform. That shit fucked me up." Pause. I'm like, "Oh shit!" And I know his artist Gage, and so she just hollering at me, bro. And I'm very hesitant. You know what I mean? You don't want to if you have a platform like you guys have, the Transform Port. You don't want to just get that to anybody. But when I spoke to him, he made me feel comfortable. He was like, "Yo, straight, I got you. I understand." And boy, I'm so glad we did it because he fucking bodied that. They was a very professional. They rolled out the red carpet.
Mm-hmm.
He asked a couple questions that he needed from me. I gave it to him. He added some of the questions off the rip. He was able to. What was really really dope about him is that he's like, "Yo, twin, I want you and your brother to be on the show." He didn't have to do that. He could have just said, "All right, cool, I want to take care of it." But he made sure that we was a part of the rollout, and that shit was love. And he came to the show. He came with wifey. You know what I'm saying? They came. They showed love. They bought bread. They bought drinks. He bought merch. You know what I'm saying? So it was. I'm so glad that shout out to C for making that happen for real, and
Yo,
him and his whole staff.
hey, listen, I'm happy that I was able to see Gage and see how the industry is, how the platform is just branching out into new areas of entertainment, man. That shit is amazing. And I don't think anybody would want to contribute or, provide their services if you guys weren't doing something tremendous. So I don't got my sound effects, but I will clap it up for y'all. You know what I'm saying?
That's
Definitely.
right. Crash the
Listen,
industry. Word
and
up.
yo, and no lie, man, I saw the rollout. It's been years. It's been like over a year, last couple months. And yo, no lie, that thing looks like it was
Official.
on $1 million worth of game or something. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
Okay.
it was clean.
That shit,
Real
that shit
official.
looked like it was such a dope fucking look. You know what I mean? Like, Crash the Industry, they're doing a phenomenal work. You know what I'm saying? I think it's so dope when people want to use their platform to give up and coming other platforms or artists some love. You know what I mean? He didn't have to do that. He could have just been like, "Fuck that! I'm just gonna concentrate what I'm doing. Why I want to show light to another platform?" And he
Right.
don't think like that, and he show love. So we good. You know what I mean? So and we about to do a fucking Crash the Industry challenge in the firehouse, and when he's ready, we're gonna
Oh
announce
shit.
that, and that's gonna be a movie.
Oh,
Oh
we can't get a
shit.
leak, man. We can't
We
get a
gotta,
leak on that.
we gotta
That's on
discuss
him.
that so
That's
we
on
can
that's
figure
on
out how we
Mr.
gonna make that
CEO.
work.
That's on Mr. CEO. When he ready, you know what I'm saying. So we're gonna,
We
he'll
gotta
announce it.
we gotta talk like we did to make it work. But I want to say, I'm really for the culture, man, and what you guys got going on at the firehouse is dope. Um, I believed in what y'all were doing. I was like, yo, every rap battle league is different, and you guys don't have a battle league. You guys have a community of
Fact.
rappers who and artists who support each other. And I want to say it was dope to go to that event because I seen so many people that I haven't seen in so many years, and I was able to
Mhm.
touch base with them. Just so you know, so like one of the people who helped Stray is one of my peoples. He produced one of my first singles that was on the radio, F
Full
Boom.
blast. Full
Yeah,
blizzy.
Full
like
blizzy.
I've been around the culture for a long time, and I think it's time that people see our culture in a positive light instead of such negativity. And I would say, like, that event, there was no one acting out of order. Somebody probably got a little crazy, but it all got shut down and everything was just like on wavelength to positivity. And I think it was a beautiful night.
Hey, listen, man, it's growth, and just to give an example of how the event kind of brought people closer together that probably wouldn't have been if we just separated by our keyboards forever. You know what I'm saying? It would have been a problem. Was hey, we had two people diss the platform while we was there.
Wow,
Yeah.
disrespectful.
You know what I'm saying?
We had a shot fired on the day of the event.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And yo, listen, when I saw the brother, all hugs, man, not no fake shit. I clapped it up for the performer who dissed this with his song. I think I was screaming the loudest.
Yeah, we was loving that, man.
Let me. Can I say something about that, Scotty? If you don't mind, please.
Yeah,
it's like this. When people talk about the stigma of the Firehouse, yeah, we get chippy. Yeah, we talk our shit. Yeah, we braggadocious. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, you know, from the outside looking in, it looks like, damn, all they want to do is battle each other, talk crazy. But we brothers, and we know this shit is all about the sport. And this is our second annual event. And when you walk into that room, you feel nothing but love, good energy. It was no funny energy. People that was talking crazy on the internet, people that battle. When we smile, we shake, we share drinks, we hugged it out. And that's where the Firehouse is. So that stigma that people have about us, you throw in rep. You know what I'm saying? They had people was there with their ladies, and the girls could walk around and didn't feel threatened or felt disrespect because it was full of respect. You know what I mean? And that shit was in Bushwick, Brooklyn, New York. You already know how Bushwick is. But the love for this community, the love that we have for each other, we went there with good energy. And I told anybody that you got bad energy, do not come to the event. And people got enough respect for me and my brother. They came in with love. And they left with love, and everybody's like, when is the next one? Fuck that. Don't wait next year. Do that shit this year. That's how dope that shit was.
Stray, hold on real quick. Stray, I got a question though.
Stray and 4-5 took some shots in the in the battle raps, and TG was taking shots all night. I was dying. It was fun. It was hilarious.
Oh, see, we missed some of that.
I got a question though, right? So you said that the cipher was 16 bars.
Somebody pull it up.
You said the cipher was 16 bars, right, Stray?
Oh, here we go.
You told me the cipher was you told me the cipher was 16 bars. Oh shit. Yo, you told me the cipher was 16 bars. So I spit 16 bars. I'm the only one that spit
Scotty, should I leave and come back?
Yeah, punch out and punch back in. Look.
Long story short, because I was the only person that spit 16 bars, I should have won the cipher.
So what are you trying to say?
I should
He
have
said
won the
he
cipher.
followed the rules. Everybody broke them. You know what I'm saying?
I won the cipher because
it wasn't rules. It's more of just like
guidelines.
You know, I asked straight.
Only people that lost complain about shit like that.
Hey.
Well, nobody got chosen yet, so
I don't take L's. First of all,
yo, that's crazy. The call coming from inside the house is wow.
Hold on. Let Mr. CEO speak with. All right,
my God.
When he pulls
No,
back.
I just said I wanted to let y'all give somebody else room. I'm gonna stay tuned in. I'm gonna watch, but enjoy your night. I appreciate y'all bringing me in.
Yes, sir.
Part of the platform, you heard.
Thank you, man. Appreciate you.
Appreciate you, my guy. Always. Let me know when you're ready to make that announcement, boy.
Yo, let me pull up. Let me take him off the screen. Let me pull up Thrillium Guns. I got a couple of questions for him.
There's a straight 16.
Yo, Thrillium, pop back in. Pause. Listen, So
My man Reed is like dude with the red state, like
Wanna
stapler.
bring
This
Liddy up?
it's supposed to be 16 bars.
It was
Stapler.
supposed to be 16 bars.
Stapler.
Yo,
It
Reese,
would be
you guys
stapler.
can put like 8 people up, right? Though you can put a lot
yeah,
of.
we can put like 10 people up.
Okay.
Yo, Seek, shout out to you, man. We gonna get to you in a
Yo.
second. We gonna get to you in a second. All right. Stray, I know I'm not gonna get a decision from you. You know what I'm saying? 30M Guns, salute to you. Thanks for pulling up with us, brother. Listen, Stray, can you just do me a solid just for this show one time?
Yeah. What's up, yo?
I know you're not going to choose who you thought won on the battle, but can you please participate in the voting for who had verse of the night?
No, I could be honest. I'll say who my opinion. I don't mind saying my opinion.
Wait, hold on. Let me ask you a question. When y'all say verse of that, you talking about the cipher?
You want me saying that?
The ciphers, yes.
Yeah, the ciphers.
Oh, for the cipher,
for the
cipher. Spec went crazy and 4-5 went crazy. You know what I'm saying? 4-5 had a lot of room shakers. You know what I'm saying?
There was a debate though. Should 4-5 be in the running for verse of the night since he's so close to the you know what I'm saying?
I don't got to do with shit. 4-5. This is not flame of the week. Get the fuck out of here. We talking about verse of the night. We talking about who was on that stage and hit the room shakers. So 4 had some room shakers and Spec had room shakers. So those two is the debatable.
Y'all said
you know what I'm saying?
16 bars though.
No, I told you 16 bars minimum. I'm like,
oh my god, who gonna spit 8 bars? Come on, you said 16 bars.
Yeah, Reese is mad at me because Reese is like, he keeps telling me all night, 16 bars. You told me 16. Listen, I was gonna do 16 to be honest, but I'm gonna keep it a buck, bro. You know what I'm saying? I gotta keep it because I'm on the Trans Room podcast. I wasn't like the cipher. I was disappointed compared to the first one, to be honest, because a lot of people was freestyling, a lot of people didn't take it serious. I felt like it was, you know what I'm saying, but it won't happen again. That's why not everybody's making it. Now, don't get me wrong. Let me take that back. A lot of people was in the moment and it was having a good time.
Right.
You feel me? So that's what it was. It was a lot of people was in the moment. They was bugging out. They if they stumbled the verse, they just fucking let me freestyle. It was just and that's hip hop. You know, this is hip hop, and that's dope. You know, I'd rather somebody go off the top and then just forget it and quit. But what I'm just trying to say is that, and Scotty was there for the first event. That cipher, like everybody came with it. Everybody was serious. You know what I'm saying? It was focused. I wanted to present the world, right? Because I'm saying this is the firehouse. We got the dopest spitters. You can't present that to the world and be like, yo, you got people freestyling, you know what I'm saying? But that's what it was. But you know, Reese killed it. I ain't a front, bro. Reese told me he's the first time on the stage. And he's making some of the OGs looking crazy. Like you, this is the first guy on the stage, so he bodied it. Spec bodied it. 4-5 bodied it. Bison had the energy, like he was jumping on the stage. So
yeah, Bison.
It was different.
Bison's about to break the shit. He had enough energy for everybody.
Bison. Yeah, as far as memorable performances, I'd say Bison, Gage, Spec. Yeah, they had. I think because I'll say it again. I think Gage had the best actual cipher performance.
But let me tell you this about Gage. I know, and you know, he
room shakers aside. You know,
I'm saying he got busy. But the difference with Gage and everybody else is that Gage wasn't assigned for the cipher.
No, I understand.
So let me finish. So let me land. So when I approached him to do the cipher, he went to the DJ and he loaded something that he already had. You know what I'm saying? Where everybody was kind of just, you know, put the beat. If we would have put the beat and he would have just killed it, and which I'm pretty sure he could have done it. That's why I expected to. When I turned around and he playing his record, I'm like, oh shit, this nigga playing his record. I wanted him to go on the beat.
Oh, that was his record. That was when.
That's his record. So it's the difference between a cipher and like, you know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
So that's what it was. But he killed it. Like he
That was
definitely
a fire verse. Yeah, that was a fire verse. I was like, who is this nigga? I was
yeah,
like,
exactly. He's the one who made me say, "Whoa."
I think, if I'm not mistaken, he did that submission on the platform before. If I'm not mistaken.
Oh,
yeah,
See, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
But yo, Holmes is fire.
Can y'all hear me? Y'all can hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you, dog.
Yeah, I don't
Hey,
know.
yo, 4-5. Quick question. Spec said he had the verse of the night. He don't think that you had the first verse of the night. How you feel about that, man?
But is that true, or you just capping?
No, I'm serious. I'm dead serious.
Okay.
If my audio was good, if my audio from the thing was good, I got the actual got the evidence. You know what I'm saying?
No, because I know how podcasts be. They say something and then somebody says. So I like to hear it. I like to hear it.
It was hearsay.
Yeah, I like to hear it from the person. You know what I mean? I don't like the secondhand information.
Yo, 4-5. I'm not saying word for word, but verbatim. Spec said he had more impactful bars. The fact that he brought SR on stage and everything, he had more of an effect in your verse. Because he asked me, he said, who took it? And I said 4-5, but I can't count 4-5 because his closeness to the platform. He's like one of the co-founders, you know what I'm saying? So I really didn't count you, but I said 4-5 aside. I said this to him. I said 4-5 aside.
It's Reese.
It's Reese.
Because I stayed in the rules.
Then he gave me a look, and I said, "Yo,
it's
Spec, this shit was fire. You definitely up there."
Okay, cool. Let me tell you when he told me. He came.
I can't hear you. We can't hear you. We can't hear you.
I can hear him.
No, I can hear him.
Okay, so let me log out. Let me log out. Okay, every time you all right.
Let me take the headset off then.
I
Y'all can hear me better.
Nah, you good? You good?
Yeah, we can hear you, dog.
All right, so
yo, blow him up, P. Blow him up.
Go ahead.
So basically, that night, Spec went up to me and was like, "Yo, I don't know who took it. It was either me or you." This was his words.
Oh, he froze. He froze on us.
Dang, come on, man.
Yeah, I don't know. Yo, log out, then log back in. 4-5.
They go straight. He back on.
Yo, straight. So, I mean, given the information I just said,
yeah,
between 4-5, I mean, there were other people like Reese.
Right.
I think the only thing that fucked up Reese was the stumble at the end.
Right.
You know, there was like 2 bars
Yep.
you know, if that's enough to knock him out the running, fine. I'll accept that.
Right, because you have to have that flawless, verse to have the verse of the night. You know what I mean? And I just felt like I know, because I no lie, I didn't hear Reese. I was running around, but people was telling me, "Yo, that kid." They was telling me, "Yo, that kid and killed it. Who that kid?" I'm like, "Who?" It was like they was pointing at Reese. I'm like, "Oh yeah, that's my guy Reese." And so I know people was coming to me and telling me like, "Yo, he got busy. I'm like, "Oh, word. All right, cool. That's what's up. That's what I'm talking about."
Y'all can hear me now?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Yeah.
All right. So what I was saying.
Straight, can you hear him? Can you hear 4-5?
I can hear everybody.
Let me get out.
I can hear.
Oh wow, that's amazing.
Every single time. Yeah.
Y'all can hear me now though? I'll go.
Yeah.
Like, are y'all on the same network or something? What the?
Yeah.
It's sharing Wi-Fi.
Nah, every time that Straight get on the show, every time he go, when a new person come on behind him, pause, he can't hear the person that just came on. Every single time. Now he can. I can guarantee.
You almost set me up.
You need to relax.
Vince Carter.
You need to relax.
I was about to.
Can you say something for? Let me see right here now.
Oh shit! 4-5. Did 4-5 just get off?
He froze. He froze, so I took him off stage.
Well, oh shit! Every time.
I don't know. Are you guys in the same place or something like that?
I mean, we in the same house, not in the same room, though.
I don't know, that could possibly be
Nah, even
possible.
before straight. Every time it's something with straight stuff, man. Every time that straight come on, he can only hear people that was on before him.
It's the fresh cut.
Yeah,
the fresh cut is fucking up everything.
He's gonna just be right here. He getting
Bro
frustrated.
always got a fresh cut.
He said every time he gets on the phone, like, yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, there we go.
I don't know.
That's brotherly shit.
Let me make it quick. So basically, on that night, Spec went up to me and he was like, "Yo, I don't know who got it, me or you. This is coming for him." I was not. I didn't question that one moment who had it. I felt like I had the best verse. I would put my verse against anybody line for line. Why do I feel like I feel that way? There was not one bar wasted. Not one bar. Mine was factual. Every bar that I had was updated with the metaphors. A lot of people, a lot of writers, they do metaphors and there's old references. It's things that have already been said, recycle. So for me, that's one thing. So we could go toe to toe. We could actually go through the whole verse or whatever. Another thing is,
you know what? Let me ask you. Can you spit the verse for us?
I'll kick the whole verse right now. I got no problem.
Let's get
it. All right, let's get to it.
So basically, what I said, you could front with your man. Once I get the clapping, you could die right next to your dog like G Hackman. I'm down for the action. You know about my rap crew. Cribs get raided when you fucking with the big U. And I ain't talking about the road in 6. I'm talking about you crying when we loading clips. Quick to get a charge. Homie, that's real rap. My lawyer's so good, I could be it like ASAP. Name another platform who put niggas on the map. You ain't seen a line like this since we was selling crack. Facts. I guess we still serving. I would flatten your world, make you feel like Kyrie Irving, boy. I snatch with the girl real easy. Red carpet at the crib. I would transform the Yeezy. Barnes was the gangster. Dad was a hustler. I was in the middle, so I robbed all the customers. I said the word came in, we stripped down the smugglers. I never cut though, I just ripped out the juggler. Now back to this rap shit. You claim that you cut from a different cloth. Now tell me where you think you got the fabric. Father to their style, King James off the rip. I hopped on the flight just to play with my kids. It's movie time, not to give away the ending plot. But no one survives in the final shot. That whole big U, ASAP.
Yeah, nah, you ain't gotta explain it, gang. You ain't gotta explain it, gang.
I'm just saying, like,
everybody doing that shit was insane.
Come on, nigga.
That was a fire verse.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So didn't waste a bar.
And another thing too, even Soul Rock, that he goes to academy, he goes to school, that's Spec Man. He went up to me as soon as I stepped and he said, "Dog, yo, your verse was crazy." And then he was reciting the lines back to me and he was like, he was yelling to me, "They didn't get it," to the crowd. "They didn't get it. They didn't get that big U." But even when because we're gonna drop the cipher party tonight, when you go back to the video, all you hear is every punch they was going crazy. So I don't know about anybody having more room shakers or more. I didn't hear none of that. And I was front and center. Now, let's go to Spec verse. Spec got busy and all that. Spec stumbled. He choked on the middle of his verse. When y'all see the video, y'all gonna see him go he laughed. Because
I think
he stumbled. Yeah. He stumbled on the verse.
He did.
And then what he did to clean it up, he brought S onto the stage. When he brought S onto the stage, he then got another, he caught back life because he brought, and then he started responding to that. And then there was another big moment when he said the 4-5 shit. He said something about shooting 4-5 when I get a pound of this. And then, of course, everybody started looking at me. So when everybody started, even me, I said, "Oh, the thing, he shot me," because you know what I'm saying. So when I said, "Oh, he shot me," I already knew what I was gonna do. So he shot at me. So I was thinking to myself, did he shoot me? I'm saying he shot me. That's what I was saying. That's why I'm saying it that way. So then what happened was, as soon as he was done with his verse, I jumped on stage and I ran straight to him and I leaned over and I said, "Yo, that was a shot towards me?" He said, "Nah, that wasn't a shot to you." And I'm like, "All right." and I let it go. I don't think Mr. Shots Fire is gonna duck a shot. That would be crazy if he shoots at me and then say, I didn't shoot you. He said that he didn't shoot me. And then I had a conversation earlier because everybody was all riled up. And I said, yo, you know, if that shot was towards me, you was not going to leave the stage. I told Spec that. I said, yo, you know you're not going to leave. And he started laughing. I said, I would have dedicated that verse straight to you. Like, you was not going to. There was no way. There was not going to. Forget about Spec to the side. Anybody would have shot me on that stage, would have not leave that stage. There was no way in the world I was going to let anybody take a shot at me and fucking walk away with no response. That's just not going to happen. That would never happen. So
we know the feeling.
I had some room
feelings.
I had some room feelings.
Yo, Reese, you okay?
Oh, Reese?
Are you okay, Reese?
I'm gonna keep it real.
I had some room
Reese got busy.
Okay?
I'm gonna keep it real. I'm gonna keep it real, bro. Make this case super clear. Like if this was court, you know what I'm saying?
Nah,
that verse had no filler.
4-5 had a really dope verse. That shit was
yo, you know,
appreciate that. I appreciate that.
I think Judy's watching on IG.
I'm put straight back on. I'm gonna see if I get back on the other job.
Yo, Judy, if you got the footage, because you posted a story up with Reese spitting. Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay.
Send me that footage during the show so we can pull that up. All right.
Hey, somebody talking? We just dead air right now.
Yeah, everybody talking.
Everybody talking.
Everybody talking.
Everybody. So what's up with C? Why we ain't asking why we ain't involving the guy?
Hey yo, C, what's good?
Come on
now.
I
had
my man.
Liddy. Right? Now it's the Liddy killer. It's not the. What's up with that, man?
What's up, man?
What's good with you?
Yo, man, I just want to say, thank y'all, man, for coming through to the Street 16. Y'all being there was dope. That shit was just dope.
That shit was fire, bro. I'm so mad.
Just getting off stage and going into like an interview type podcast almost feels like, like basketball. Like right when you get off the court, now you're having an interview and you're there, your adrenaline's there, and you still like that shit was dope.
That was fire. I'm so mad that the footage wasn't there, but the
footage was there. We still could show the footage. It's just the sound is messed up.
But you know what?
We're gonna clean it up though at some point.
But I definitely want, it would be an honor to have you guys back in the next one because I want y'all guys. I thought that was kind of dope. I think Scotty had to suggest an idea like we could have put y'all in the hallway. Put the freaking, you know what I mean?
We also looking into mics where there's just noise canceling, so it's just whoever's in front of the mic. So
yeah, my thoughts was exactly what Straight said, like just having it backstage or next time if it's in a warmer climate, we have them outside. Kind of really do real the aesthetic. We have them come backstage and like they would go into the locker room or go into the press area.
And we'll have some complimentary
I was looking at
guys,
some venues too to see if they had a small another room and shit that we could set y'all up there, but we'll see.
What about Florida, man? Let's do Florida this time. What's going on?
I would love to do Florida, but I feel like you have to build the brand up. You have to get
people to fly.
Exactly. It's like, all right, the first one was dope. The second one's even better. And I think we can knock one more off, and that's just like I'll go to Florida because come on, if you get a whole bunch of New York brothers in the winter and they can see some palm trees and good weather, I think it can happen. But I think we have to feed the audience one more time in New York.
You gonna see
jeans, shorts, and Tim's on the beach.
Yo, I be cracking up when I see guys with Tim's and floor. I'm like, yo, boy, y'all wilding, bro. Y'all come outside.
Yeah.
Okay, so we talked for a little while.
So
for some reason,
I'm curious. What y'all think about the battle? What's your thoughts?
Well, I'm gonna say this. By the way that
we don't want to talk about it until we kind of start building that.
Okay.
Yo, by the way that 4-5 is talking, I kind of feel that energy that we.
Scotty's not talking, right? I'm not bugging out, right?
No, he's talking.
Fuck. Let me get out and come back then. Pause.
Yeah. By the way 4-5 is talking, I would love to see Spec and 4-5 go at it. Whether it be a shots fired or whether it be a head-to-head face-off.
The shots fired is like the PGs, man. We already passed that, man. If you're gonna sit, man, we're gonna have to start going face-to-face battles. Like the shots fired is The shots fired is a jab. If you want to come out for the jab, but you got to end up with the face-to-face battles, man. I don't like the battles through the phone anymore, man. Like,
oh, now you don't. Yo, and you know what? I told Stray before. I don't know if I told my brother before. I know this.
Mm-hmm.
I think the natural progression of Straight 16 is a battle league. I think that is
Stray don't want it to be that though.
I think that's the natural progression though.
Oh, I can't.
Stray don't want it to be that though.
Can you hear us, Stray?
I can hear.
All right, let me add him.
Answer that.
Yo, add him to the page, bro.
Oh, I got him.
Job. Yeah. Joe, that's my job.
All right. So, all right, he's not added. I don't see him. There we go.
There you go.
So, Stray, you don't think that it's the natural progression for the platform, especially after things like this?
I'm going to tell you why. All right, and tell me if it makes sense. Like, I got everybody telling me they want to come and battle on Straight 16, right? Like, yo, I got my man. He want to come to the Firehouse. Yo, he said he'll smoke anybody in the platform. I'm hearing all that. Like, yo, so, but think about it. Everybody in that building is connected to the artist, is connected to the community. So now, if I go and bring, let's just say, rapper A and rapper B to battle, right? Is the people are connected to the story? No. People are connected to Seek. People are connected to SR, physical. So when they talk about Alien and they talking about babies and this and that, we all get it because we are connected to the artist. You understand? So if you got two artists that nobody knows their background and these people are dissing each other, are we gonna get it? Or does it gonna register to us?
I mean, to say something about that, I mean, you could make a requirement that anybody that wants to battle on Straight 16 has to submit at least at the very least 3 submissions.
That's
to get into a live battle.
This is what I said, Reese. Somebody came up to me and now he was like, "Yo, my man said." I said, "Yo, why you don't just say your man to submit to the platform? Why your man is trying to jump and go into a battle? How about get familiar with the community? Come show love to the community. Let the people get to know you. Drop some submissions.
Goodwill is what we call that. Yeah, that act in good faith, do some goodwill, and then we could talk about like deeper machinations of the platform. Like, I feel that way as well as a producer. Like, why are you asking me for something and you never spent?
Can y'all hear me?
That don't make. Y'all can hear me?
Yeah, I hear you.
Yeah. Like, why ask me for something you never even inquired on leasing a beat from me? Like, you know what I'm saying?
Look at the Porter. Think about this, right? If somebody comes up to me and goes, "Yo, I want to battle Reese," right? They just say, "I want to battle Reese," and nobody knows this guy, and we put him on the card. What do you think the whole community is going to be? They're going to be on Reese's side. It's not going to be fair.
Yeah.
He's going to die anyway.
That's a good point.
I know, but regardless, right? But regardless, they just say it's somebody. It's going to be biased. It's going to have a whole biased club because we know Reese. So it don't make sense. Now, if Reese will battle somebody in the community, it's a connection there. This is a story. It's a buildup. That's why if you look at Physical and SR, what was the story? Last event, Physical called SR. Oh shit! He called a young guy, called one of the OGs. That's the story. See,
we got the footage too, actually.
Exactly.
Let's go into that.
Yeah, Speak, and Liddy.
Boss Smith came up to me today, man, a real heavy-hitting, punching nigga, and said, "Yo, I would be honored and love to battle you." And I was like, "Wow," because it was physical. So we got the next Straight Smoke.
About the battle of generals, man, he's been supporting me and been showing me love. You know, this is the first time I met him. I never met him in my life. Ain't no fake love, so it's just real support. I fuck with him. I love you, brother. You're older than me. God bless you. Be older. And I'm going to whip your ass. Don't throw my talking shit over here, bro.
Yeah. So, yeah. That's where that started.
See? Now, for the next event, we want to do a tag team. Seek, baby, 3 and Guns, that's right. They mans. They start going on. All right, they settled in the tag team now. That's the story. It's still a story connected, and that we never seen the tag team. Reese and Scotty say, "Yo, I'll take anybody." And see somebody from the community there to take that challenge. If they do, that's a connection. That's a story. You know what I'm saying? So for me, it's all about stories, man. It's about what makes sense. You know.
Hey, yo, Straight, can you hear me?
Yeah.
All right, so check it out, right? After I saw the caliber that these niggas that was what people was doing on the platform is nothing to what they were doing in person.
I can tell you why. I can tell you why.
These guys was animals, and when I saw that caliber come from these guys, I was like, yo, it shook me a little bit on the inside. I was like, these dudes is going crazy.
I can tell you the difference, though. I can tell you the difference because the difference is, like you said, what we saw. Everybody on that stage shocked everybody. You know, even listen, Physical got busy, bro. Physical got busy.
Yeah, he got busy.
But Physical won the battle, is what he did. Physical won the battle, is what he did.
We're going to get to the footage.
Come on, man. All this footage. I was in the building. He won the battle.
I'm going to tell you.
Wasn't even close to me.
Physical said he wanted to win on tape, though. So
listen,
yeah, it is what it is.
Because what I'm telling you is that if we all watch battle rap,
we do.
Physical choked on stage.
I don't give a fuck. He was so overwhelming that, like, let's act like somebody choking is an automatic loss, because it's not. That's number one. Number two, it's not. It's not. It's not an automatic loss. How that man rap. I mean, we all got an opinion. Of course, it's my opinion. So yes, he won that battle in that building. A lot of people couldn't even catch that man bars. Like I was so disappointed in the lack of feedback that he was getting, because he was killing that man. It wasn't even close. I don't care. The man stumbled and he still beat him.
Right. In your opinion, and I respect your opinion, but when you look at the footage and you see the crowd reaction, SR's getting a crowd reaction. I think my opinion, right? You stated your opinion.
Bias. That was bias in the building. No question about it. In that battle right there.
I want to tell you why. I'm going to tell you why it wasn't biased. It's because Physical rushed his whole. When you look at Seek's battle and Liddy battle, you see them stop. They drink their water. They take their time. Physical was like he was trying to rush through it. You gotta understand, and to be truthful too, which I learned, and I tell everybody, that crowd was not a battle crowd, a rap battle crowd. That rap, because I said I listened to Physical, and he had a lot of amazing jokes, but his delivery wasn't there. He had to slow that shit down. He listened to him. He's rapping so fast. It's true. A lot of was going ahead, but he rapped so fast, and I just felt like that's why I heard Physical, because he rapped so fast, and he was just like, looked like he was rushing. If he would slowed it down and he would work on his delivery, I think a lot of people would have got it, but he was just spinning it out. Pause.
That's fair. That's fair.
Because I'll be lying to you, Porter, if I say, I heard his bar before the battle. He spit the bars to me, right? So imagine I heard that shit slow. I was like, oh my God. Right?
Oh,
when he went on stage, even in the beginning, he's like he was. I don't know. I don't know if like
he was nervous.
The adrenaline was going crazy.
I know his dad was there. I don't know if that he was. SR was fun of his people. You know what I'm saying? I don't know, but. He looked defeated. You know what I'm saying? Like he looked defeated. Like he had his head down the whole time. You know what I'm saying? It's like. I felt like when you watch, when you go back, listen, his head is down. He's rapping so he's not looking SR in the eye. He's not like, he's not doing that. When you see Seek and Liddy, what are they doing? They looking in the camera. They looking at the crowd. I
think it was a more seasoned battle between Seek and Liddy, no question about that. as far as like the style and the tone of it, that's why it was the main event.
It was like a mirror match. Yeah, it was like a
right. So that's one thing. But I do, you know, if you're saying that he was rushing, and again, I think the lack of crowd reaction mess with his own enthusiasm. What you're saying, you're looking at, etc. He still didn't fall short on the bars.
Right,
I'm gonna keep going into the actual work. You know what I'm saying?
This is what I told 4-5. When they do bar talk on Instagram, I say, you're gonna have a whole different appreciation for physical when you break down the bars. When they do the bar talk, they're gonna do a whole shit. But
the bars are crazy.
But
it was insane.
Can y'all hear me?
Yeah.
All right, cool.
I told so I say, yo, because if you watch the tape, you can hit the whole transporter room. Y'all y'all caught every bar.
I was catching every single one.
You was catching every bar. You was even Mr. CEO. I could hear him in the tape. He was catching it, but a lot of bars was going over a lot of people's head.
I'm telling you,
because
I was like, yo, am I tripping?
But you know what it is?
Nah.
You know what it is for? Because that's what I learned. That community is not a rap. That's what you say. We gotta get a rap league. That's not a rap league crowd.
I understand what you mean.
So SR raps. He got busy and it's digestible. You get it. Boom. It's easy. You get it. Boom. Physical he's so complex and all his shit is movie reference. You know what I'm saying? So if you never saw the movie, if you don't get, like, there was shit that niggas was explaining to me, like, I was like, yo, what?
A lot of references they ain't even.
It's for me.
Yeah.
Like,
you know what? We doing all this talking. Let's get into the footage of Seek and the SR and Physical battle. We're gonna get everybody's feedback. People are having problems logging into the show. I don't know why, but we're gonna keep it.
They do. They got problems.
Yeah, we're gonna keep it rocking. Listen, we're gonna play it back, and we're gonna see. Listen, I started looking at some of the footage now, and I kind of feel what Stray is saying.
I can't argue. That's what I said. If you're saying that the room is this and that, I'm making an argument to say that these are reasons why you should not overlook his bars, because the room is not going to tell you the story. Like, it's not going to tell you the story.
That's true. That's true.
Come on, bro.
Well, listen.
It was one-sided.
You know what it is?
If we're talking from a technical bars standpoint, and this is straight 16, if we're talking about a bar standpoint, it wasn't close, gang. I'm gonna keep it real as a musician. I hate that shit. I hate it. But the footage, if the footage is going to get people to, because I was in there and I didn't know these guys' pedigree at all. You know what I'm saying? So I'm really talking from not knowing anything.
Just straight off.
Yes, straight off. As a person who don't have the background.
But that's
like, yo, dog.
That's the best thing about Porter. Porter is not attached to anybody. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So, I don't have no.
There's no ties to anybody. But like I said,
say, man, he really got busy. But I'm not saying that bro didn't have, like his opponent didn't have the room, because he did. I feel like more people knew him. More people, like, it was he had a home game. He had a home game. And that's what it felt like from my standpoint.
But like I said, we all watch Battle Rap, and once somebody is choked, I know some people feel like it's an automatic loss. Like he stumbled. I mean, I didn't stumble. He was trying to catch it, and SR was very patient. But
that's true.
So for me, I got the general. I got the general.
Before I ask this question to see, I'm going to say a big pause. Okay. How do you feel about choking in battles, Seek?
I mean, if you look at it as a technical way, like technicality, and where we come from, it's you lose there. If you're going against a round that's perfect,
that's an auto.
If you think about it like that, I think I think as professionals and battle rappers, you should have your shit. You should have your shit. I mean, at the end of the day, you should have your shit ready.
I don't know, Sig. Physical also said fuck you, so I don't know if that's going to be
no. Listen, physical got busy. Physical got busy, and I feel like if that didn't, this is how I feel. If I feel like that didn't happen, I would. It's like I'm like in the middle because I'm so mad that Physical slipped. Like he did that choke because it's like he would have had it 100%. It would have been over. And
yeah, I guess that's where I'm standing. I guess that's the energy I'm coming from, right? See, because you're right.
I'm mad because he and I was going for SR, and when I saw what Physical was doing, I was like, oh no, he gets it. He knows what he's doing. Like when I watched battle rap, I'm like, oh no.
He knows how to do it.
His style was battle rap, and I was like, okay, now I know what he does. And it's like, you know, a lot of people didn't understand it and went over heads. But if he didn't choke and have that stumble, I think I would have gave it to him. The only reason I say that I lean towards SR, which is not even a all the way lean, not an all the way lean. It's just because it's just that part. It's to me as a perfectionist and want to get through your shit flawlessly. You know.
All right, let me pull up the footage. We're gonna add to the screen. We're gonna watch it real quick.
Was fucking bombing, son. That nigga was bombing, nigga.
I think SR was better in the second half of his rap. I'm saying, but let's get into it and see what we got here.
Yeah, nah.
And whoever did the editing on this video was amazing.
Yeah, that was dope. It was dope editing.
Shout out to the guys. Yeah.
Shout out to Rad.
Let me rewatch.
Shout out to Rad.
All right, so let's get it.
Battle until my left, introduce yourself. Yo, that's all the motherfucking channel.
Let's move a little slow.
I can't even hear it. I'm not gonna say nothing.
That's part of the editing.
I think that's how it is. It's slow
motion. That's how it is. Yeah, but I can't even hear it. But as long as y'all can hear it.
Yeah, we can hear it.
I heard 100 times. I already know.
Mute your mic.
I'm gonna flip the coin. You win one. Heads or tails? Tails never fails, baby. Hey yo, listen. Please, who here fucks with the general? Here we go. Hey yo, first off, we got Physical. First, the main attraction, the general. Why risk it? That's failable. Because if I wasn't on this card, there would still be tickets available. So for all y'all that came to see me rapping heavy, I'm so far ahead of my time. This shit happened already years ago. So this ain't even a live battle. This is me punching like I'm 20 years old. It's a time travel. So sing along if you know this. Remember, Lottie Dottie, we like to party. We don't call strong. Yo, that's SR, Slick Rick with the charm. Now remember, physical. Come on again. Use Olivia Newton-John, nigga. Come on. There's no comparison. It's so embarrassing. I'm the true champ. When I was here in this rap shit, leaving my footsteps, you was catching your food stamps. You can't lie to me, because I'm outside like DoorDash, Eddie Guerrero. Off top, your bitch, you get frog splash. Anywhere, because I run the city. I slap the ugly bitch so hard that I turn her pretty. Then I suck all the milk out of fucking titties. I spit it back in your face. You ain't fucking with me. I'm sorry, Fizz, no apology. Because when the sperm rain like Roman, she acknowledged me. You know why? Because I'm old, like you're gonna say I'm old. Right? I'm old like Biggie, Nas, and Jada in the Bar Fest. You way younger, like Tyler the Creator, Lil Nas X. Because I'm old. like a throwback D-set with an orange blade that'll transform on the track and hit you with that sound wave. So fuck a Autobot. I will put your head in a box, no Photoshop. Cause now, Biz, it's time for war. I'll separate your legs from your spinal cord with the strength of a dinosaur. Cause I'm the T-Rex Tyrant King. You getting straight in this championship. You Iverson. You see the work I put in? Salute that. So many stripes like I'm living in tiger skin. Violence. I cut your fucking head off. It's like I'm playing a violin. Stop firing. You see the only way I won't see physical is if you try to get physical. I turn you invisible. Another one. Dead on sight. What a visual. Biblical. Now you get lit for the ritual. Plus, I got an acronym for your name. Physical. Oh, shit. Oh. Your style is corny and lame. That's a loud roar. They're trying to eat the kernel, use a popcorn. You see my tags all over? It's an art wall. My name jumped from building to building, nigga. That's parkour. Plus, I pop heavy metal like the Grateful Dead that'll rearrange your face, Mr. Potato Head. Yeah. I'm animated like Donald Duck, but I still blow your fucking ear off like Donald Trump. Come on, Biz. I'm too dope. That's an overdose. No Bronx tale. You're gonna end up like Sonny Colodro. I'll pull up, your whole family get parked. That's a motorhome. Pull my strings, I wish you would, boy. That's Pinocchio. The street of Fox. You will get these hands. You will get dropped right in front of your fans. I will stop, pull out a Glock, and disrespect your fan. They give you another shot. Nigga, that's a second chance. You ain't getting the message? I'm gripping the tech. You lucky this battle ain't 3 rounds jumping like I'm sending a text. You see that look on your face like you jealous, son? This whole battle's a joke. So now I'm about to tell you one. You ready? Hey yo, knock knock. Who's there? Nah. Knock knock. Who's there? These ones. Knock knock. Who's there? Casket, nigga. What up? It's the general. You will never fuck with my stripes and fuck everybody. This is the verse of the night.
All right. There you have it. SR's verse. Any standout bars to any of you guys in there?
He had plenty of standout bars. The Pinocchio joint, strings, the wood. That's
you guys can bring your mics back.
The violin joint was crazy.
His opening line was crazy.
Three rounds jumping like a text message bubble.
That's crazy. That was
crazy.
Yo,
that was insane.
Y'all can hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Oh, 4 for 5 pause.
How you pause?
Stuck on pause.
But yeah, he definitely had some fire. He wasn't no slouch in my opinion.
And
like in the building, on camera, and it was flawless. So I see what y'all saying. I'm not gonna amend what I say until I see bro on camera.
He was clear, composed. He was composed. He
was clean.
Seemed like he'd been there before.
Yeah,
he had dope punchlines.
Scotty, and he controlled the crowd. When everybody's going crazy, and he was like, knock knock, who's that? He made sure. That's what I'm saying. Controlling the crowd. Controlling the crowd. Now, when we see physical, you're not gonna see that, and I love physical. That's my guy. But we're talking about you an MC, right? Master of ceremony. You gotta control the crowd, move the crowd, and SR did that. Everything he made sure it was heard. If he felt like people wasn't listening, if people felt like he didn't get the bar, and at some bar. If the bar, that's why I know you say, oh, he was hometown, but even some bars that he said, not everybody reacted, but to those, the ones that he did land, he landed. And that's what you got to say. That's what I'm saying. SR, you come on, like, and you're going to see it when you play physical. You're going to see the difference. You'll see the difference.
Hey, yo, Liddy, how you feeling about that battle, man? I mean, sorry. I'm seeing Seek the Liddy killer. I'm looking at the Seek. How do you feel about that battle? Who took it? Was it a clear win?
You don't got
not the battle.
Don't say who took it.
How do you feel about SR's verse? Sorry about that.
I think SR's verse was digestible. It was, remember, it's not a battle rap crowd. I think it was easier. It was easier for the crowd, and I think it went good for the crowd. That's why it works. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, if it wasn't for the slip, Physical was punching. He was like I said, I watched this shit. So I'm like, when I watch Physical and I watch SR, I see the difference of, you know, what each person is trying to do. And like I said, man, I'm just mad that Physical did that, because once I saw him, I was like, oh, he could get into this. He could get into a pocket. He knows what he's doing. You know what
he had like the actual battle rap strategy.
SR was punching. SR was controlling the crowd. SR was you know, he was smooth, he was poised, you know, so and that's what you also got to look at. You know, he had bars as well. You know, I feel like he had it wasn't an amazing round. It wasn't an amazing round, but he definitely had a good round. He had a good round. And it was like, you know, it was now on to whatever Physical did.
Well, let me ask you this now. When I spoke to Show Rock, okay? And Show Rock says it was kind of a mismatch in the way that SR is more classic.
I think it's being the same.
He's more classic, and Physical is more new age modern battle rap. So, and based on what Project Porter's saying and what you're saying and stuff like that, you guys are kind of echoing the same thing. But it's all about stage presence. It's all about being an MC, like Stray said. It's all about the digestible stuff, right? And it's all about catching that moment with the crowd. So,
well, that's the difference between on tape and on
in the building.
That's the difference between
not
on tape and in the building.
Not necessarily, because I felt the same way hearing SR's verse now. I haven't listened to this since the night it happened. Okay, so
yeah, we got 4 or 5. I wanted to say something, but finish your thought.
Yeah. So we got to take all that into criteria. I was back there with Reeves and Project Porter, oohs and iron off Physical verse. Crazy. He's bouncing all over the place. You know, he was very animated. I didn't notice. We're going to look at the tape. I didn't notice Physical looking down or seeming defeated. You know what I'm saying? Personally.
It's a difference. Yeah, okay, so I definitely didn't see him looking defeated, but there was a time when he was gathering his thoughts. And the thing is that I'm just want to hear this correctly. Seek is saying that he gave it a Physical, or he's saying he's not saying that he's saying that if Physical had a flawless performance, that he thought he would give it to Physical. Or if he would have, but he's giving it to SR.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. If he did slip.
But and also still, SR beginning was better than Physical's beginning. That whole shit that he said with the tickets available, which later helped Liddy against Seek, he wanted a rebuttal, but that's something else. That line was crazy. That was crazy, and y'all not from New York, but he said the line about the Decepticons. Oh yeah. So the Decepticons,
I'm from New York.
It was a gang.
Yeah. I'm from New York.
You know about the Decepticons.
Of course.
Yeah, so you know about the Decepticons. No, so I'm saying, explain to them. The Decepticons. Exactly. The Decepticons was a gang out there in the city, Brooklyn, and the whole Razor Blade, it was cutting people. So when he went to that whole scheme about the Decepticons and even when he said, I was about to the Slick Rick, he said that was the whole scheme. Oh yeah, I'm old like he was connecting with the whole thing, and then when he said And then when he said the Decepticons, he said like something with he said with the orange razor blade. He said I would throw you over the track and with the sound wave. That was crazy. The track, it was a double. The beat.
Yeah, throw you over the track. Yep,
he just saying. Oh yeah, he didn't say. Yes, he did. Want me to make it? He said something about the track. Yeah, he did. He said something about the track, and then he said the whole shit with the sound wave. That was all crazy. Yeah, that was crazy. And the thing is, I can't
have everybody sing along with him.
Yeah. He was checking out he checked out all the boxes, and Physical was rushing through his lines, and that hurt him in a major way. Yep. And then so you got look, I felt bad because the mic was going in and out. That's one on both of them, but on the tape, that doesn't matter anymore. I thought it was going to be bad. When you hear the tape, it still reflects that he was rushing through his bars. Yeah. So a lot of things he was saying, I heard it 1,000 times, and I still haven't kind of understood everything he was saying.
I think Physical style like that though.
But Reese, at the same time though, if he's rushing through like that, the cadence could get fucked up easier. Which cadence was fine though. Which kind of throws off the way that people are gonna receive the bar. You know what I'm saying?
Listen,
his cadence was fine though. His cadence was fine. And that's how Physical rap. Like that, like I've heard Physical before. That's just how he rap. He speeds up and slows down, speeds up and slows down. That's kind of his style.
But Reese, let me tell you this. The advice that I gave everybody, especially Liddy, that his number one power thing is his flow. And I said it's a cappella. Take advantage that you do not have to worry about flowing on the beat and no rhythm and stuff. The whole thing is to deliver with conviction. And what he did was almost did what you're just saying. It's like, oh, that's his rhyme pattern. Well, then you fucked up. What you should have did is take your time and stretched out and hit his performance and execution could have hit way harder because the bars was there. I want to be clear. He had bars. If he would have executed and took his time, he would I got some pushback on SR. Me and Stray was saying when he had the crowd control, he was jumping over and he was doing la-de-da-de, and then he rapped over it where he should have just let the crowd say the whole part and then rhyme. That would have been fly. He did that twice. Yeah. He did the la-de-da-de, and what was the other one that he
physical,
and the crowd and then he chops the crowd. And I told him about that, but his concern was he didn't want them to sing the whole song. I said that would have not happened. But things like that was some of my pushback. But at the end of the day, it was a dope my take. It was a dope battle, but SR for me, he wins. He takes the win.
We said a lot. Let's play Physical's verse. You know what I'm saying? And we'll see if we're wrong about this. All right, let's get it.
Hello, nickel plated. I'll raise the 54. That's like bro man. Football. It's 16, make you pass, catch the bullet with no hands. Or put down the guns. These arms swim together. I'm talking a couple. Hold these hands. Old man, ball for ball. Old man can't kill with me. I tell him leave me alone. But if dog who piss me off, he'll catch all the smoke. Little nigga, on my ass. They know I got the juice, so I gotta keep the steam with me. But if I lose respect and drop the juicy juice, that's their last straw. A box to put this kid in real quickly. General, a hothead. They don't know how to chill. Think it's a game show, him a bald head to keep it brief with money. Deal or no deal. I know your location. I run down your fucking spot. Gun come out. That's all. Snow running through every block. NBA Jam. It started heating up after every fucking shot. Atlanta General in the hospital. That's a soap opera I always love to watch. You too pussy to be my eye. In the face, you look like a cop. I'll punch you in your gut so hard, throughout both nostrils, you'll bleed out your snot. That's your man. Haven't robbed to give me everything you got. Take your money, go, then I'm so gone. Jill Scott, I'm on your block. I'm on your block. General Spot, but I'm gonna haul ass? No. approach me, surround me with all the things, talking about you cold weapon. Ain't necessary. It's changed. As soon as I allow one on to pull a piece and make all those squares on the block fall together. People could be hurt over the death of the general. I kill that Saul in the battle. But in real life, open casket speaking, in general. Y'all seen that throw up? Y'all seen that throw up? Courtside, Tracy Morgan. Your raps, courtside, may be boring. But when I bring up the spell, it could be nasty. Tracy Morgan. General. I keep a G with G. I wish I got paid for the W. New Jack City. Oh, love to kill G for the money. That's all. Don't race me against time you can't beat the button. It's nothing but fuck you. I give you a finger while I'm at it. I know what Uncle Ike did to something. I don't care if the situation ain't big. I handle it real quick. I love Lucy. I come to you with nothing but drums. Even if the situation is still Ricky. I take Rick to a basement. I tell him to chill like cry. I connect the machine to wires and pliers and screws stuck in his thighs. I leave the machine on. It's skin bubbling and blood busting from his eyes. It's gonna be like Rusty. I know he cries. Cause as soon as his ears started to ring, Rick flew up and died. Miss Frizzle, bullets busting through his body, dead and shit. Boys in the hood. It was all good in these streets until they all heard what happened. I seen Ricky at the beach with his bitch. Ricky! Miss Frizzle, bullets busting through his body. They be dead in the jiffy. Boys in the hood. It was all good in these streets until they all heard what happened to Rick. I seen Ricky at the beach with his bitch, looking like two turtle doves. He was casting the tan. I snuck up on him after he got the body rub. He was wearing black shades, holding hands in the sun, way too much in love. Rush hour. Because as soon as the gun came out and head tapped him, it changed Ricky's tan into blood. Seeing the wind, looked live, but he been died. Real shit. Before the shot, it was the Walking Dead Rick. Bow. After the shot, it was Dead Man Walking Rick.
Let's go, let's go.
Yeah. Let's go. It was Dead Man Walking Rick.
Hold it down, man. Hold it down. I hear y'all talking, bro.
Yeah, it was Dead Man Walking Rick. If you get me mad and my nerves sink, it's death. No ass whipping. For being stand up, I'll sit you down wherever you at. That's how you pay for it. It's general admission. Your death, I carry up in black and white. That's Mariah. Captain Clinton. The only element I know to put a man in the dirt before he let it rain, fire. Look, I say, yo, fuck Seek Baby. I'll explain his death by killing firearms, twists, last up like a villain in playground chase. He run, knocking down all the children. Hardball for a G, baby from dead, bullet hip hop building. All that social media talking just make mine go crazy. I seen Seek walking the block, holding hands with his lady. Blood's out, call with he ain't died. He was just leaking all crazy. Funny got fingered. Because after we took a spin, there was blood everywhere from the bed. Liddy, a bitch. Lady a bitch. I've been thinking he won't set off. Who, Frankie? No, literally, Liddy a bitch. I was thinking, set off. Frankie, silencer, cover the nose before I let it blow like a hanky. Empire. All you heard was screams after I been Frankie. That's Seek Baby, Liddy, old man, straight 4-5 straight. I just can't do my job. Damn it, sticking to what I know, exploding on everybody in the car. Yo, crash the industry, straight 16, man, Firehouse, man, bro.
So what y'all think?
I think the stumble on camera is glaring. I think his bars is still way better. I still stand in that camp for certain. But
the stumble was strong.
Yeah, yes. The SR being cleaner, and having as Straight said, having crowd control does show up on the camera. And that's why we had the conversation camera versus in the room in the first place. You know what I'm saying? Watching it back on camera, you certainly get a lot more of his bars since his mic was going in and out for some people. But again, I still stand on from a technical standpoint, he's a better rapper.
Yeah, it was. I will say that
keep it real, Reese. Keep it real. Keep it real.
The stumble looks worse on camera than it looked in the building. To echo what Porter said, SR had crazy crowd control, and that showed up on camera as well.
Yep,
and that really worked for him. It's a lot closer to me on camera than it was in the building for me. In the building, I was catching Physical's bars, and I was like, "Yo, this is going crazy." But on camera, it actually bring it closer to SR. In the building, I had Physical. And the Biddle, I had Physical. But after seeing it on camera, I'm like, that was a close one. That was a really, really close one. So, I'm gonna have to. Shit, I'm gonna have to go SR. Yo, that stumble looked crazy on camera.
And you know what it is? And I agree with Porter. We all sometimes in the room and Cam, it could be two different things, right? Like you know what I'm saying? Because you can hear somebody's bars and you can appreciate it. And we've seen battles where people in the room say no, and then when it comes out, it's different. But SR was too. You could tell he's the veteran. You know what I'm saying? You could tell he's the vet. Like you could tell. You know, at Physical, Physical said he battled before, but I don't know if he ever battled on stage or that's his first time. But I know when Physical figures that part out, he's gonna be a fucking problem. I would love to see Physical come back and learn from his mistakes. I bet you we'll see a way different Physical. If they slow it down.
People saying Seek versus Physical, man. People are saying Seek versus Physical. So I don't know. Listen,
that'd be a wild one.
The only thing with Physical and Seek is like Seek is watch the next battle. He's so polished, like you know what I'm saying. So as Seek and Liddy, they so polished. Like whoever stands in front of them, they gotta get that shit, boy. They gotta get that shit.
I got a question for Seek then. All right, cool. Other than the people that you about to battle, because you about to go back into a battle, right? Who would you battle on the platform? Who would be a person that you not G Rugged? You can't say G Rugged too, because I know that was the thing. Who on the platform other than those guys?
I'm gonna be honest with you because I spoke to Straight.
Wait, my bad. I wanted to say something about the Physical shit.
I spoke
to I'm up here.
Let them know you 4-5 and not me.
Yo, salute to Liddy. Salute to Liddy. He popping up like fucking Candyman right now. Let's get it.
What up, Liddy?
Popping up like
can I say something about the Physical battle before y'all move on?
Hold on.
Yeah, definitely.
Well, I asked that question to see. Can Seek? Let's Seek answer that question real quick, and then you can then chime in on that.
Now I forgot the fucking question. Now
I said instead of the people that you've been battling, Liddy, G Rugged.
Honestly, and I'm gonna be honest, because Straight could attest to this. I battle Spec. I didn't even want to battle. I didn't even want to do the battle and shit. So I battled Spec. After I battled Spec, I had a great showing, and then out of nowhere he was like, "Yo, you want to do another battle?" I was like, "Nah, I don't want to do this shit." I got into it again. So honestly, right now, I don't know what I want to do moving forward, like who exactly, but I do want to entertain a 2-on-2 with my brother. You know, if it's Spec and Liddy or whoever else, you know what I'm saying? You never know. But right now, I want to do a 2-on-2 with my brother. So right now, I don't know exactly who I'm going to shoot at because I feel like there's levels to this shit, and you know, a lot of niggas got to get up to where I'm at to even get this far, to even battle.
You know what's so crazy? You know, matter of fact, P, let me before I say what I gotta say, P, you listening to the battle. Okay, I don't know if you caught all the punchlines or not, but based on what you understood and what you've seen, you know, the performance and what you're hearing lyrically, who you going for and why?
Yeah, I heard some of the bars. In the building, I definitely understand what y'all was saying. You could definitely tell that he didn't have the crowd at all. Like it really stood out on video.
Who didn't have the crowd? Who?
Physical.
Yeah, Physical. In the building, I thought he had better bars, but I thought it was the mic. And once the mic messed him up, he never regained consciousness after that. And then it was like the crowd kind of like just exhaled and just stayed there. But another way I looked at it was like they were really listening to hear his bars, so they weren't as animated. Because the first guy there that went, I can't remember his name.
SR.
He interjected things in the culture that people already knew. Songs, little jingles that everybody could sing along to. So if you think about it, he was more creative in that sense. Now, the other bars could hit, but I'm from Connecticut. I'm living fucking Glastonbury. I don't know half that shit he was talking about, but the rhymes was dope. You know what I'm saying? So on camera, after I seen it, I think Physical lost.
So you going with SR?
Yeah.
Hold on real quick. Let's Stray. I know Stray has. You had something to say, right?
No, this is not Stray. It's 4-5. I had something to say.
4-5-4. Oh, damn. It's dark in there now. Yeah, you can't be twinning and be dark.
There you go. We in the same whip. That's why. So what I was gonna say is that when you look back and you guys already expressed it, I'm just gonna, bring it back a little bit. There was a lot of dead silence in that crowd, right? That's one thing. And I waited so long. I forgot my point now. What's about Physical? Yeah, I know something about Physical, man. What the fuck was I gonna say? Just going back there.
He's rushing.
Anyway, I forgot. I'll circle back. It was something I was gonna say, but it was a point, but I was waiting just distracted. But yeah, y'all could go back to it, man. My bad.
I think it's one of those. I'll do it in the ESPN way to get my final little shit off. I'll do it in the ESPN way. I think that Physical lost the battle. In my opinion, SR didn't win it.
Okay.
Because I think it was a lot against him in the home team. I think because again, I agree with that. For straight technical ability, bro. I was in the building. I was catching the bars. I'm just saying from myself, my own, because I can't go against what y'all saying. I'm actually agreeing with y'all, but my conclusion and how I'm carrying it is Son lost because of the stumble. It wasn't that bro took him out in some crazy way. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's how I feel about it. I think SR gets that W in the column. That's
remember. Okay, so I definitely, respectfully, totally disagree with that. I don't think SR lost anything. SR.
No, I don't think he lost. No, I don't think he lost. I didn't say SR lost.
No. What I'm saying is
Physical lost the battle. SR didn't win it from him.
You said that he won because you saying that the only reason SR won is because he lost. He stumbled. Like he stumbled and all that. I think, and I'm saying that I disagree with that. Even when Physical goes into the story, that whole story, I catch you in the beach with the sunblock, then I catch you on traffic.
Right.
Like, I didn't even think that was a good story. I think that if he... That's the movie Rush. That's... I didn't get
that's a Rush Hour, yeah.
That's the Rush Hour.
Yeah, that's
a Rush Hour story.
That's the whole Rush Hour story. Okay,
bro, a lot of them, but that's what I mean. This is a situation where we're talking about technical ability. Because I understand controlling the room. I understand bars that are palatable.
I'm not even talking about that. I want somebody to. Okay, what was the Rush Hour scheme with the sunblock?
So you know when
somebody explain.
So in a movie,
the guy.
Hey, why we explain?
Trey's gonna explain to me. Hold up. Or somebody who's gonna explain to me?
No. What we're saying here on the panel is that it doesn't matter because we already understand your conclusion. Understand that even explaining the bars goes into the point I'm making. Is why I'm saying what I'm saying. The fact that we have to explain it to you is why I feel like bro lost that battle.
Right. So I'm just curious. I just want to appreciate what he said. So somebody explain.
All right. So Ricky Tan was the main villain in Rush Hour, right?
Right.
And so he created a story where SR is on a beach with his girlfriend.
Okay, stop it. Wait. So wait, let me just stop you right there. This is what I'm talking about. He says he's Ricky Tang, and then he goes into a make-believe story about the beach. It's a battle. No, but he says the Ricky my God. Hold on. You didn't even let me finish this. You say that you're gonna let me know when I can talk, nigga. Okay, you want to talk, get talking, and I'm gonna tell you what I'm talking about. Hey, go finish. You're gonna think. I'm not. You didn't let me make the fucking case yet. Let me finish my thought. I don't know. Now we lost them.
No, he's still there.
Right. No, we here. We listening.
We listening to you.
We listening.
No, because it blanked out. What I'm saying is that he could have did a whole Rush Hour scheme within the movie itself. That's what I'm saying. I don't think he got to look. The whole thing about I catch you in this is my perspective. The whole thing about him being on the beach with a sunblock, he's in love, and catch him in a rush hour. I think he could have been more creative with the premises of what the film was about. That I just feel is randomness. This has always been my pet peeve with a lot of rappers. A lot of shit be just random. I just felt like he could have did a lot within that movie. He could have said, "I kidnapped your daughter," or anything. Or
like you feel like he could have been more concise, like more put together.
Well, I liked it.
Like,
I
will say.
I like that scheme though. I like that scheme because he built it.
He wrote that.
He built it.
He wrote that story so he could end up saying that he's changing Ricky's tan.
To blood, yeah.
That burns. Burn on Ricky's tan. I get it.
It was a build. It was one of those builds.
It was a build up. And the rubby part is when Chris Tucker was in the salon was getting the massage. That's all connected.
It was a fire ass scheme. What you're saying is,
yo, listen.
I don't want to. It's like 4 or 5. I don't want to say that you're saying he needs to be more simple for me to get it. You're saying that he needs to be more concise. Okay, that's cool. You know what I'm saying? Because I think that's a perspective thing. Because I got it. We all got it. Actually, we're explaining like we got it. You know what I'm saying? And we got how he got there. Like from a battle rap sense, in modern battle rap, how he schemed his way to it is the modern way to do that. You know what I'm saying? But if you're saying it needed to be more concise, no, I'm not.
I watch battle rap, modern battle rap. I get it.
That's why I'm saying I don't want to say you're trying to make him simplistic. You're saying he could have got there quicker and better.
Basically, I just feel like I guess that's one of my pet peeves. A lot of people that even rappers that's on, the rappers that's not on. Don't forget, we consume a lot of rap. So I just feel like there's a whole bunch of randomness in a lot of people's writings. Sometimes this is why sometimes, honestly, when I do bar talk, I don't know if you ever saw bar talk. So what happens in bar talk, when I break down the verse, my brother calls me a reach guard. And the reason he calls me the reach guard is because when I hear somebody's verse, I would normally add a layer. And the layer is not what the writer intended. But I'm thinking that there's something deeper to what the writing is. So therefore, I said, maybe he meant also this. Or sometimes it's like, this also means that. And sometimes it makes the artist bar better And it's like, wow, I didn't even mean it that way, but yeah, that's even iller. So I guess for me, it's just like, I was just looking for the connection, looking for the connection. But
well, I got a question for you, 4 or 5. Then, like, all right, cool. He spent about what you would say 5 to 6 bars on that scheme, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right, cool. Is it because he didn't make more Rush Hour references that you felt like it was disconnected?
I think for me, the way he got to the end part, he made up a facetious story. He made this fake story about the beach, and it had nothing to do with the movie. He's asking me a question. So what I'm saying is that for me, I think that he could have done it a way different. Let's just say if he would have said, yo, you were stuck in, I catch you on a hot day, stuck in traffic, and then something with the temperature, with the heat. Or I think he could have did something like that within the premises of what the title of the movie is, and to the part he was getting with the tan, versus just a beach in a day with your girl getting rubbed. Like, that's, to me, I think he could have attacked it differently. I guess that's just.
I'm not mad at that. I'm not mad at that, but I do feel like he did a good build with that, though. I did. He said the story, but what you're saying, what I hear what you're saying. You're saying that he could have used so many Rush Hour references to build that up to
make it more digestible.
There's 3 parts to that movie. He could have went in between the 3 of them and just created a scenario. That's why I was confused. I didn't get it because
I won't say it's disconnected, but I wouldn't say that. Like, I know your point is saying that it was disconnected. I don't think it was disconnected. I think it was a very strong story.
Very connected. Yeah.
Obviously, he built it up. He built it up in an imaginary story. Like, yo, I caught you on the beach with a lady, but that's the whole thing to get to that tan part.
So he wants to make sure the tan, the beach, to get to the tan. Ricky.
Listen,
play on this name like
this is straight. When I heard it, I didn't get it. It went over my head. I spoke to Zerk, and Zerk said, I said, yo, Zerk was like, oh, that was a hard ball. Like, what are you talking about? And then he broke it down. Yo, Ricky Tan, I'm like, oh, that's fire.
That's fucking crazy.
And battle rap, it's like you don't want to go the obvious route. You want to take something, flip it, be creative, and be like, oh, that's what makes it dope. Because if you go something simple, you know what I'm saying? Like if you go, all right, that's obvious. You know what I'm saying? So if you could take something and you could just like create, he created a whole story.
Create a scenario, a scheme. Yeah, I mean, it's called scheming for a reason.
It's the same way. But he said, when he said, I bring the drum out, Little Ricky. He didn't have to say I love Lucy for us to get the reference. No, but he didn't say I love Lucy. Who said I love Lucy?
Gentlemen, we can talk about this all night.
Yeah, we can literally argue about this.
We can talk about this all night. I feel like I'm talking to Kendrick fans out this motherfucker right now, man. Listen.
You are talking to Kendrick fans.
You are talking to Kendrick fans.
I'm gonna say my piece. And we're gonna go on to the next battle. All right. Which I was surprised that this battle even happened after the SR physical battle because of how physical ended his verse. It was definitely more potent. It was definitely more potent in the building.
Yeah,
when I was hearing that. All right.
It was electric when he had the bars for everybody. Yeah,
that was wild.
My take on watching this video again for the first time since the night, I'm going to give it to SR. Okay. I'm going to stand on what I said. I think physical kind of ended up confusing himself after a while because of the way how he he's behind the beat, in front of the beat, stuff like that, and his pacing and all that. I think it threw him off. And then at the end, watching it now, okay,
he seemed deflated.
He seemed deflated at the end, and then that's when he started reaching for seeking. He started reaching for, everybody else in the building to kind of gain that wow factor.
That was time that was there. That was there the whole time. That was in the whole thing. He didn't freestyle. That was always there.
No, I get it. I feel like it. But after all the dead spots, it felt like watching it now. It felt like he was trying to regain the crowd enthusiasm
by doing that.
By doing that. It was like
it was always there, but he like, yo, this is what's going to get them back. You can tell he felt that in when he started saying it.
Right. So at the end of the day, just off of professionalism and I've been here before.
SR with the W. Yeah. SR with the W.
SR
with the W. Yeah.
So let me
gotta give it to him, bro. If physical watching this back, bro. If physical watching this back, I'll put up a good fight for you, gang.
There we go. He probably about to sell him. They're coming out with an EP now. They're coming out with an EP.
I just
side note.
I really love his raps. Like
side note. Porter got a dope song out right now. He just dropped. That shit is fire. Y'all need to check that shit out.
$1,000 night.
Definitely.
Yo, so now
where's the submission?
I just want. Hold up, Scott. Before you move on, I just want to say for the record, you know what I'm saying? You see me talking loud. Sometimes I curse, even I curse in front of my brother. I'm not angry, passionate. I always say that. That's my message. I'm passionate about this hip hop shit. The physical gets busy. There's no. I'm not trying to front on the young man. Actually, seeing him in this battle really showed me another side of him. Like I always saw him do the battles on the platforms, and he's been on other platforms. But to see him on stage, I love the fact that his father was there. I know Physical also has some family loss. So you know what I'm saying? So for him to still make it on that stage thing, there's nothing to salute. I respect his passion. In this particular battle between these two artists, I just gave it an SR. Just wanted to make that clear. He did a phenomenal job, and had he slowed it down on a lot of those parts, and his performance would have been a little more tightened up, it would have been a whole different night. But I just wanted to make that clear. So
Yo, 4-5, you don't need to apologize because believe it
I'm
or
not
not,
apologizing for nothing I said.
Me and you are more like when it comes to the brother dynamic, Stray is more like Reese, and I'm more like you, bro. I'm passionate as fuck. I'm abrasive at times. You feel me? I speak my mind. I'm not a fucking what is it?
Here go. Hey, me and Stray is level-headed. Me and Stray is level-headed, and
I'm not a negotiator.
We have level-headed conversations.
I'm not a negotiator. I'm not a fucking liaison. I'm not none of that. Okay, I just speak how it is. Right?
Level-headedness.
I agree with you. I could never do what my brother does. I could never do what my brother. Even my brother right now is telling Porter, let me get what's up with my submission? I would have gave up a long time ago. I would have been like, I ain't asking that nigga never again. That's just me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just a real prideful person in the sense. But my brother, he's better than me in the sense of like, he's like, can't take personal. And I take everything personal. And he's level-headed. He's calm. He's not emotional. And then.
Shout out to Stray. He understands I'm a producer.
I jump out the window.
If he said, send me a pack of beats, he'd have it in 5 minutes. So that's the difference.
Man, 4-5, like, I want to clap him right now. Then Reese would be like, Reese and Stray be like, let's hear him out first. You know
like, wait.
Yeah. So let me add this second.
Nah, you know what? I don't like how y'all saying that. I'm gonna say I don't like how y'all saying that though.
Y'all let it go, man.
It's all
y'all making it seem like it's some like soft shit like that. I ain't saying that.
Let me tell you something, Reese. Let me tell you something. First of all, you don't duck no face from nobody. You know what I'm saying, Reese? Your opening line is Scotty, and the reason you was doing that is to let everybody know I'm my brother's keeper.
Facts.
That's my brother. Nobody play with my brother. So trust me, there ain't nothing. So you can't be the sofa brother if you came to hold your brother down. There ain't nothing soft about that. You know what I'm saying? So trust me. And my brother is he get down crazy too. At the end of the day, he's just
you know, he's more level-headed.
Yeah, I saw him on the live that we was on a couple days ago. I already see how he get done.
Yes, I saw that live too.
Reese
ain't no cookout
holding it
match,
down.
all right, yo.
Listen, Reese was holding it down, but then I just felt like he was being little too much, and I was like, Reese, let me get this. But I always say this: the day you got both twins tight, then you fucked up. If I'm about to call one and you got both twins tight, you in trouble, because it takes a while for me to get tight, bro. You know what I'm saying? So if you get me to that point where I don't give a fuck now, you're in trouble. But let's go to the next battle.
Yo, the next battle, we're gonna make this a quick one. Sorry, well, maybe not, because we got the two.
Oh no, there ain't no way we can make this.
We got them online right now. This is gonna be amazing. Like I said before, I was ready to leave the building after the SR Fizz battle. I was like, this nigga Physical didn't call out everybody, just took a shot, it's over. But to my
surprise,
not surprise, but my enjoyment, these guys did not disappoint. Okay? Not at all. If anything, I would like to say they probably even had a better battle.
They did. They lived up to the main. When they said the main card, they lived up to that. They lived up to that. That one was tooth and nail. That was a war zone.
Yo, I'm gonna have to ask some background about that old money shit too. But there's also something that I want to say that someone that was in the building mentioned to me during the battle. And I'm going to keep my eye out to see if I see this shit. The person will remain nameless. But the rumor is they saw Spec mounting some of Liddy bars.
Yo.
They said they're alluding to the yo.
Got it.
Yo.
Don't do it.
Don't do it.
Yo.
Don't do it.
Conspiracy theory.
That's a crazy
conspiracy
theory.
Why can I say that?
That's a wild conspiracy.
Play the tape.
I didn't say.
But Scotty, to be truthful, I heard everybody's verse, right? So she explained his verse a whole bunch of times, and I knew the shit he was gonna say. I'm looking at 4 or 5, and I'm like, watch my 4 hitting shit, and I'm pushing 4 or 5. Every time he drops a ball, I already knew it. So just because they just saw Spec do it, that's his man. So of course he's gonna know it.
And that's
it's not like he ain't heard the round before. I spit the round to him before. Like, you know what I'm saying? So he doing shit.
He incorporated Spec into the bars too. So I understand from a timing aspect and things like that. Don't shoot the messenger. I didn't make it up.
Hey, I'm just saying that last part that you seen where I involved them, that was a last minute thing that I decided to do, and I just put him in it. But he wasn't gonna do that. Like, that's not how I rehearsed it. You know what I'm saying?
No, I get it.
So
I'm not saying anything.
The day before the battle, I was like, you know what, this shit might be a good idea. I rehearsed it with him a few times with him on the phone, that part, just so he could get it right. And he got it right, of course. So the next day, you know what I'm saying, I just went with that, and we did it.
And I'm gonna tell you like this: I think the person who said it hasn't really heard, because they followed it up by saying, "Yo, Liddy don't usually rap this way." It said, "Yo, Liddy don't usually rap this way," and I can say that they haven't heard a lot of Liddy, because I've said this a lot of times. I like Liddy's slow flow better than his fast flow. You know what I'm saying? I think his slow flow is fucking remarkable, bro. Like Biggie said, you feel me? Straight up. So, but trust me, I haven't seen the battle on tape yet. The person who shall remain nameless, I'm going to be watching Spec to see what if he's saying a lot of the verse.
But I will say this. I will say this though. They obviously Liddy and Spec ironed out the verse together.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So Spec is going to know the verse. So like it's not going to be something new to him. So even if he is, you you know, doing the Milli Vanilli on the
even,
side.
To even speculate that he's ghostwriting a verse for me, anything like that is beyond ridiculous to me at this point, because it should be ridiculous to anybody who even knows me as an artist, that knows my artistry and knows how I could adapt to any situation. You know what I'm saying?
Hey yo, Liddy, I'm gonna tell you like this. So, cause I went and got a haircut. Damn, I forgot the dude's name.
Ray the Barber. Ray the Barber. Shout out to Ray the Barber.
Hey yo, Scotty.
Yo.
That's Liddy and Seek's barber.
Right. That's what I'm trying to say. Yo.
Scotty.
What up? Don't
chill out.
See, here we go. Hey, I'm saying it, my nigga. When I was getting my hair cut, I was talking to Ray. He was talking about how he know people and you know SR and everybody. I said, yo, how do you feel about the battle between Seek and Liddy? He didn't bat an eye. He said, yo, I think Seek is going to wipe the floor with Liddy. And the reason why he said that is because he said Liddy just started rapping recently.
That's not true. Okay? That's crazy. That's not even crazy.
That goes to show. That goes.
This is what the dude said.
Ray the Barber knows me as clientele. He don't know me personally. He don't know how long I've been rapping. He don't know none of that part about my life. Like when I see the nigga, it's always on some business shit. You know what I mean? So for him to say that, that's him jumping out the window, which is crazy to me. How he jumped out the window like that, and said something like that. But I could see it in a way because he does know Seek longer than he does than he knows me. You know what I'm saying? So I could see where that comes from, where it stems from. You know what I mean?
Yo,
but
let me say, can I say something?
If anybody knows me, nigga, I've been rapping, nigga, since fucking nigga since like 9'8", 9'7", nigga.
What I was gonna say is that there's it's been documented. There's a footage of some old footage that SR got, and because back then Trey and I have owned our own professional recording studio out in Bushwick, and I didn't even notice. I was talking to Trey, and he was like, "You know, you met Liddy before." I said, "Nah, I never met him." He was like, "Remember?" And then he talked about this day where we had a whole. It was like a correlation of all these rappers that was from the hood. We was gonna get together and start like a committee and something like that. But nevertheless, Liddy was there. So Liddy been around for a long time. At least for what I know, early 2000s. That's when he really came. I came across him. So Seek to me is new. I learned Seek. I don't know when Seek started rhyming, but
I heard Liddy first before I heard Seek. So.
Like I don't know how long Seek been rhyming, but Liddy, because of that videotape, I know at least back in 05, 04, he was rhyming that I know of. And one last thing I'm gonna say, respectfully, anybody that if you see Spec reciting Liddy's lyrics, I think it's ridiculous to think that means that he wrote his lyrics. Like that's crazy to me. You're gonna tell me his best friend that knows his lyrics and somehow implies that he wrote it for him? No, that just goes to tell you. No, this is not even to you, Scotty. It's not to you, Scotty.
I'm just saying, let's not be ridiculous, because a lot of groups, a lot of people who rap together, a lot of people, they do exchange bars. Even when you in the studio with other artists, people will say, yo, you should say this or you should say that. You know what I'm saying? So it's not far-fetched to believe that there are co-writers on verses. Whether the percentage of how much people contribute is different. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, Okay, so but the way you painted that picture seemed like he wrote the verse for him, or at least
I think that's what the person was saying.
Right. So that is what I'm saying is ridiculous, because I saw him reciting or they was practicing. That is what I'm calling ridiculous. Now, do I think that maybe Spec say, you know what would be better? I think that's possible, but I think the same thing is possible with Trill Guns turning that to Seek. Yo, you know what would be dope if you flip it this way? You know what I'm saying? Like, there's a lot of times you're gonna see me rhyme and you're gonna see Stray in the background backing me up. And trust me, he didn't write my lyrics. He might tell me like, he's my hardest critic. If he gets a chance to hear it, he's gonna be like, "What does that mean? I think you could write it a little bit better." You know what I'm saying? Of course. So that always is gonna happen in the community of MC, especially if there's an MC in the room. I mean, we did it with Joel Ortiz. We used to be in the studio. It was me, Living Proof, Joel Ortiz, my brother and I. There was a room of MCs. And anytime, if it was a Joel Ortiz session or whatever, he'll come out the booth and be like, yo, what you think about that? And we will all give our opinion. Or, yo, maybe you could do the hook. So that's natural. That's right. So I'm not even going to shit on that because Spank was recent. Even if they caught it on tape, I think it's a ridiculous notion on that sense.
That's the pack, yo. That pack.
I think that's pretty fire. If they did catch that on tape, that's a fire clip, and I would love to have that.
Yo, listen.
That just so much. That just shows how much he loved my balls, B. And that's love. And if you see that in the battle rap, like in the URL world, and you see one of these niggas man's doing the same shit, nobody ain't gonna speculate. They gonna be like, yo, these niggas is ganged up together. Like that's what they do. Like these niggas they hit each other's bars. Like it don't mean that them niggas is writing for the nigga. Like that shit would have never happened. You gotta stand on your own too. You have to be able to do what you like your own shit, my nigga, in order to be with these top tier niggas, which is Spec. You know what I mean? Like you gotta be able
listen.
to do what you do.
You know me, I'm Mr. Messy. I gotta say what I hear. You saying this is podcast life. So me saying that what I heard, I just wanted to say it out there because I don't hide shit. You feel me? The person that said it, they were in the vicinity of me, talking to me, and they were pointing out certain things, and I was like, I'm not really sure. I was on the fence, so I can't say that I agree with what they were saying. All I'm doing is passing on the message, and when we're watching the video, we can kind of, say yay and nay to, the possibility of that. So let's get into the video. This is Seek versus Liddy. Yo, listen, man. I was waiting, man. I knew this was gonna be amazing. And yo, listen, after I saw it live the first night, I was like, yo, this is definitely a tie. So let's see if when we run it back, if I still feel that way, if y'all feel differently, y'all feel the same way as me. Let's get into it.
On the left, introduce yourself.
Who's that?
It's your boy Seek, the ugliest snake in Queens, and Bushwick, we in the building or what? He's a dead nigga. Introduce yourself. Bushwick Grange, man. Y'all see the logo, y'all know the name. Please.
Before we continue, I gotta give it up to the guy who edited the video, man.
Yeah, dope shit.
I gotta give it up to the guy who edited it. Who is this?
Yeah, he did a good job. He did a good job.
Yo, salute to you, man. This shit got me invested already, bro. You know what I'm saying? Facts. This is my first time seeing it since the night. So sorry, excuse me.
Oh my God. Oh my Let's go.
Damn, Liddy. In high school, you was the man. Wait. Matter of fact, no, the fuck you wasn't. You was just Louis Frank Ortiz.
Oh my God.
Hold on. Y'all want to know what rhymes with Liddy?
Yeah.
What's that? Diddy. Hey, yo, Spec. Did he write these bars? Hey, yo, Twin. Did he think he was going to win? In the words of 50 Cent, we ain't buddies, We ain't partners, and we damn sure ain't friends.
Let's go.
Nigga, you in the ring with a shark. Arms waving.
Okay.
Boy, I'm about to teach you how to swim. And first and foremost, I want to thank everybody for coming to the services this evening.
And I got a preacher.
Now let me begin. This nigga G Rugged ducked the smoke, and now I gotta deal with this standing. And before this stupid looking motherfucker says it, what's good, y'all? My real name is Brandon. Okay. Hold on. I need a couple seconds of your time, folks. And it may seem kind of odd, but in battle rap, we got this game, and I'm sure y'all all know it. And it's called I Swear to God.
You better not be lying. You better not be lying.
This motherfucker better not lie.
I swear to God.
Swear to God, I ain't give you $100 worth of butt, and you ain't pay me back because you's a bum ass nigga. No. Swear to God, I ain't text you for 3 years, and you've been ducking me because you still a bum ass nigga. Swear to God, you ain't text me back saying, hey yo, I've been grinding. You is a dead nigga. Swear to God, he ain't text me back saying, hey yo, I've been grinding, trying to eat any meat off the bone that I could salvage. Yo, he ate me. I got the text too, nigga. Shut the fuck up. Any meat like I can salvage. Any meat off the bone that I can salvage. Yo, eating meat off the bone is crazy. Man, this stupid alien couldn't handle bars. What you think, you E.T. or something? Ooh, nigga, Ruger itching. Yeah, I see you hype doing your little submissions. Nigga, I will drown you and leave you under the water, then you really be doing a submission. Bro, listen, I wouldn't be surprised if you had a most wanted tramp stamp. Yo, hey, hold on. Yo, hold it there. He's a dead nigga. It's for you, baby. I wouldn't be surprised if you had a most wanted tramp stamp. Type of nigga get on an interview and be like, remember that last time we was in band camp? Nigga, you in my presence. I heard you was head over heels. Surprised you ain't on a handstand. Nigga, you got glizzies in your closet, and I can tell the way Frank stands. Nigga, you got glizzies in your closet, and I can tell the way Frank stands. You ain't hot dog. Hold it down. You got glizzies in your closet, and I can tell the way Frank stands. You ain't hot dog.
Together.
You got glizzies in your closet, and I can tell the way Frank stands. You ain't hot dog. You need to catch up. You ain't hot dog. You need to catch up. You mustered up all this courage and think you got the power now? Nigga, your whole crew is sweet, but I'm running with a sauerkraut. Man, these punches that I'm sending, they feel like they literally tapping your jaw. Or I could aim the cannon spray like SR when he's tagging a wall. Or I could aim the cannon spray like SR when he's tagging a wall. Look at this nigga. Look at him. Looking very scared. You think you're the one, don't you? Until this shit turned into the Matrix and bullets start flying everywhere. One to the mug, two to the gut, make Liddy fold up. OCD. I came in this building, all I care about is cleaning shit up. I catch lady on the block with some gold. I'll let Adolf snuff him, then grab all his jewels like I'm Adolf. Golly. So the next time Jew catch Liddy, he will not see. So keep it real. And Frank, Don't hide the fact that you proud of your nose. Don't get tight now. Matter of fact, I know you're connected. I could call him right now. It's like a hustler that's a nurse. You got me dealing with a scrub. This nigga really think he Liddy, but he really a thug. This shot for you, little Liddy. G-Rugged ran from the slug. I keep the handle on the side. Bah! Don't get something hot in your mug. Chrome to his neck. Boy, you better show me respect. This the most views in your life that you ever gonna get. Luisito, ven acá. Yeah, drink that water, nigga. You gonna need it. Luisito, ven acá. You talking crazy to this seasoned vet. Nigga, your shit gay. I ain't heard a straight 16 yet. You can't, little bro, me acting like you don't know me. Nigga, straight kept the fouls. I don't body's a big homie. And that's just the speck of the shit that I'm on, son. I already took the flame out, so I don't know who you are, son. Heard you was an MTA driver, right? Wait. Heard you was an MTA driver, right? An MTA driver? So I guess you used to catching the bus like a latex condom. It's like engine failure. Most wanted's looking shaky, baby. And I'm about to give all you problems.
Oh, glad they yo.
Everybody clap your hands for Liddy. He just won Flame of the Week. Everybody clap your hands for Liddy. He just won Flame of the Week. You dumb fuck. It took you 5 years to get that. Nigga, I'll send 5 flames to your head and really give you a red hat. And since you wanted this fade, you can get cut, you dumb fuck. Yeah, we share the same barber, but it was straight 16 who lined you up. Story time. This nigga straight hit me up around 3 something. Talking about guess who on the battle, you see? This nigga said G-Rugged. I said G-Rugged. Then it hit me. I dropped my L, got all confused, started staring at the phone like he's bugging. G-Rugged? Oh, you mean the nigga that I bodied in the barbershop on Seneca Menahan in 2010, G-Rugged? Oh, no. You mean the nigga that had the battle taken down on YouTube by his friends, G-Rugged? Oh, you mean the stupid-looking motherfucker right there who they asked to battle? And obviously, he fronted. Squatters' rights. The smartest thing you ever did was stay in your place. You dodged a bullet, motherfucker. You lucky we ain't do this shit face to face. You just lost a fucking battle. Rap, bitch. Time.
Okay, there's a lot to discuss.
Oof. Yes.
There's a lot to discuss here. Yo, who wanna go first, man?
I'll go first.
What the fuck going on here?
I'll go first. Liddy, Seek had a lot of narrative building in his bars. A lot of ones that could control the room. They wasn't technical in my estimation. So I don't think that slider was necessarily up. But I do think crowd control was up, believability, confidence, scheming, you know what I'm saying? Having things that were relatable, etc. So I think that was a solid round. I'd like to see what was going. I thought it was solid in the building. That's my estimation on a lot of narrative building, a lot of just talking to you kind of bars. Let me talk to him type things.
Yeah. Okay. All right, let's skip over to Reese.
Shit. It was just really a funny, confident verse. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'll disagree with Porter a little bit.
Keep it real, Reese. Keep it real, 100. Be 100.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep it 100. It's one of those things where I don't think he needed to be extremely lyrical, like lyrical miracle punches because of the narrative building that you said he was doing. It's either he's going to take that route or this route. And he decided to be taking that route where he was talking about like, yo, I'm just going to talk about real situations that we had. I'm going to make it really funny, make it have a bunch of jokes. And he had the crowd laughing the whole time. So, like, yo, I would give him. It's more than a solid round. I think it was a really good round for me. I enjoyed it.
If you had to rate it on a scale of 1 to 5, what would you give Seek's verse?
1 to 5. What would I give Seek verse?
The verse or the performance?
The whole
package. The whole package.
The whole thing.
So
package.
The performance. Pause. The whole package.
The performance.
Pause.
Oh, you asking Reese? Oh, sorry.
I'll get back to you, Pete.
Yep. If I'm giving, I'll give it a 4.5. I mean, I would have had some more punches in there. Pause. But
the fuck we pausing for?
Yeah, what was that?
I said in me, and that was crazy. That was wild. But yeah, but if it was up to me, I would have added some more punchlines, more haymakers and stuff like that. But it was very engaging. The verse was engaging, and that's why I enjoyed it.
That's what I meant. Yeah,
it was very engaging. Yeah, the narrative building and stuff like that.
Yep.
So it was
relatability. Yep.
Yeah, it was very engaging. So I give it a 4.5. It was a dope verse.
Okay.
When I said it's solid, I wasn't meaning to diminish them. I was more so talking about the punchlines and stuff. Like, you know what I'm saying? From that standpoint, the performance, if I'm a rated, I think I give it the 3.75, close to a 4. You know, since we're battle rap fans, I guess I'm comparing it up against, you know, other performances I've seen at our level and whatnot. So, yeah, I think that because I don't know a lot of the stories. Again, I'm new to the community at large from this standpoint. So you really get in the bare bones type viewpoint of this from in the building and thereafter. I enjoyed it a lot more in the building, to be honest with you, because it was like the energy, the jokes. Some was electric up there, in my opinion. So I do give it like a 3.75. I got some shit on the stove. Hold up.
All right, yo. Hey, yo, P, what you think?
I really enjoyed that verse. That was good. That was funny. Everything. He had the crowd. Everybody was in on it. Yeah, it was dope. I really enjoyed that one.
That's it?
Yeah, I mean, everybody has said everything else I was going to say, but yeah, I mean, it was enjoyable. It was, like I said, he had the crowd. Once you got the crowd, you could do whatever. He could have did whatever. He would have succeeded.
Hey, yo, P, I'm disappointed in your answer, bro. I'm not even going to lie to you, brother. I'm disappointed.
What do you mean?
I wanted you to elaborate on there was you know what? Fuck it. I'm going to do it for you. How about that? So before I defer to myself, what do you give it on a scale of 1 to 5?
About a 4.
Okay. Yeah. All right. That shit was a fucking 5. Okay.
If you feel that way.
That shit was a fucking 5, and I'm gonna tell you why.
All right, if you believe that, go ahead.
And that's not a bar what I just did right there. Okay. The way Seek came up there, he came up there like, yo, you are not gonna bully shit. He came up there, he was on him. Pause. The punchlines, for that technicality, I don't know what Porter was talking about. Yes, they weren't supercalifragilisticexpialidocious shit. Lyrical word salad and all that shit. The MTA reference with the bus and all that stuff. Pause. Clever. Bringing up shit from the past. We're not going to elaborate on that. But shit was fucking crazy.
Yo, I got to say one thing.
What's that?
When he restarted, I forgot what he restarted.
He did fumble.
3 times. But, however, by restarting it, it made it better. He did it 3 times. I don't know if he was by accident.
I think that was because the crowd was wild.
Right. But the third time when he did it, it hit different. And I thought that helped him a lot because he didn't panic. He got his water, you know what I'm saying? And he took his time, and then the crowd was right back with him. I really like when he did that part of the verse right there.
Yeah, despite the fumble, which worked in his
favor.
I
think it helped. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I agree. I agree with you. I agree with you.
Yeah.
Yo, I'm scared of Seek, bro. I'll say that.
Whoa.
I don't care. I'll say,
man.
You muted.
That shit was.
You're a rapper, bro.
I'm a rapper, and I will find a way. I'm watching a game tape right now. You feel me? For future reference.
I said you can hear me?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah.
No, I never fumbled at all. That wasn't even a fumble at all. That was just the crowd reacting to the punch and me bringing it back so they could get it. There was never a fumble at all in any of my round. If anything, my round was straight flawless. I ain't have no slip ups at all.
Yeah, I thought that was dope.
Definitely never a slip up. Never at all.
Well, that's up for debate. I see where the crowd was. I was there. The crowd was going crazy. I was going crazy.
Yeah, if the crowd gets hype, I'm gonna bring it back. I'm gonna bring the bar back because that means it's a hard bar.
We all know you are.
Yeah, you got to bring the bar back if the crowd go crazy.
It definitely help. That's battle rap.
Yeah.
Yo, there
was a whole scheme to that, so you have to bring it back.
I didn't see it as a slip up. I definitely
that
didn't
was
see it
my
as a
first
slip
show
up
that I ever attended, so I'm new to all this. I've never been to a battle rap. That was but I enjoyed that. I enjoyed that.
That was a callback only because of the fact that, like I said, well, rather like my brother was saying, you know, it was the whole hot dog scheme. So, you know, that was pretty much what it was. It was kind of like, yo, let me bring it back because I want everybody to catch this whole shit. You know what I'm saying? So, it wasn't. I wouldn't look at it as a fumble. I think it was more like just trying to get everybody together, which is why he took the break, sipped the water, let it marinate for so to speak, and then he got right back to his shit.
Yo,
that really helped.
Did you write any of that, Thrill? I mean, there was
absolutely 1,000,000% no, absolutely not. Was it practice in front of me? Of course, it's my brother, man. So at the end of the day, he's gonna spit shit, and of course, I'm like, yeah, you know, use this, emphasize that, the cadence, you know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, like we watch this battle rap shit. I'm seasoned, man. I'm in my fucking 40s, like an alcoholic. So at the end of the day, I'm not new to this. I'm true to this. So yeah.
Yo, listen.
That's a
all
bar.
right. So I mean, I know you might be biased, but what would you give that verse, Thrill?
I would give it a 4.25 out of 5. And the only reason is because, just to piggyback pause off of what Pat was saying, Porter rather, it was more so of like, it wasn't really necessarily driven on bars. It was more so of performance. It was a performance piece, if you notice. And again, a lot of it was narrative. And, you know, if you wanted to fact check whatever was being said, you know, all of it could be done. I think it was more so of playing to the crowd, because I think it also stems back to what we were discussing earlier. It wasn't necessarily a battle rap crowd, so to speak, man. There was a lot of families there as well. So, you know, I think where Seek was at a crossroads where he was kind of even speculating, like, what should I do? Should I keep it bar heavy, or should I make it digestible? And I told him, I said, yo, man, if you're going to be in a room of eclectic motherfuckers, then just make it a show. You know what I'm saying? Where, you know, a little bit of bars, a little bit of comedy, a little bit of a storyline, a little bit of this, that, and the third. And to me, again, because it wasn't punch heavy, as most people would like it, I could take off points for that. But to me, as far as performance goes, fucking flawless, man.
Yo, the way he started it, I mean, everybody makes Diddy
Scotty,
jokes.
that's why I asked the question. Are you talking about the bars?
Yeah, his performance was
different from the bars.
Yeah, his performance.
The bars was in the right place though, because even we've heard a lot of stuff about Diddy and stuff like that. The way he started his shit with a Diddy and leading to the Diddy this,
but it had nothing to do with Diddy though. It had nothing to do with Diddy.
But it was the punchline.
Yeah, we know what it was, but if you really listen to it, Diddy ain't had nothing to do with it. But Diddy was there.
He made it his own.
Exactly.
If we grade the attributes,
you too excited that Diddy was there.
Diddy wasn't there.
You just too excited.
Diddy wasn't there.
I don't know.
If we grade,
he was.
I feel uncomfortable about what you're saying right now.
Were we in Brooklyn?
Nah, you making me just feel uncomfortable. I don't know what it is.
Right?
Right now, you talk about Diddy makes me feel uncomfortable.
Diddy was actually down the street.
If we grade in the attributes of like, if we grade in the attributes, you can hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah, we can hear you.
No, if we grade in the attributes of like, or his sliders, like I said, he wasn't really trying to focus on trying to go bar heavy and all that. I think that it was performance based. Let me talk to him based, narrative based. Control the crowd, like all the other things you know boxes you need to check to get there, because I don't think that he was trying to focus on trying to get him out of here with just his pen. It was like the whole thing. You know
I mean, he was also. I mean, he was clever because
that's what I'm saying.
Not just
it
bars.
Wasn't like you don't need to. Because you were saying like I wasn't trying to say that he needed to be lyrical miracle. That doesn't necessarily go over well in that room. What I was more so saying is that that wasn't his main focus. That wasn't the reason he won. The reason he performed well. You know what I'm saying? Was it like I'ma stand here and you know what I mean?
But this is the thing though. I think what Seek wanted to do too, obviously, because we said in the last time we had him on, if he makes us laugh, it's going to be a battle. You know what I'm saying? But he made people laugh, and he made a conscious effort to damage Liddy's credibility. Should he say anything like he's balling, or should he say anything like he's hustling or being gangster or something like that? Because Liddy's a serious dude. Yes, they've been going back and forth online, making very funny memes. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But there's a contrast in their demeanor. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I was afraid that Seek was just going to be a person that makes catchy hooks, like makes a lot of bops. You know what I'm saying? But he proved that he's a contender in the battle arena. Lastly, let me ask Liddy, let me ask you, be honest. I understand the battle's over. Y'all still going back and forth a little bit, whatever. But let's be honest. What did you think about Seek's performance? And
I think my honest opinion, talking straight real. Like, you know what I'm saying, trying to sugarcoat nothing. He impressed me. He did way better than what I thought he was gonna do. And he rapped way better than what I thought he was gonna rap. You know what I mean? But as far as there was a lot of shit in his round where he could have went at it a different way, and he didn't. Like something when he said something about a red hat. Like if he would have said red cap, it would have landed better. Like, you know what I mean? But you know what I'm saying? There was a whole bunch of other shit like the hot dog Frank stand. Like that shit was corny. Like the whole your man's is sweet and I roll with niggas that's sauerkraut. That was trash. Like I didn't like that. You know what I mean? But there was a lot of other shit that I did like about his round. Yeah, I mean, I liked the part where he had slowed it down when he was rapping. Like he was like, you stupid motherfucker. Like that, right. He was doing that flow. That shit was fire. I liked that when he did that. And then
the Frank stand shit was kind of funny, my nigga. Come on now.
All that corny shit that you don't like.
Nah, that shit was corny.
That's what caught the fans right off the bat.
That's why I say he wasn't focused on the
that stuff that you consider corny is what caught the fans, and he had the crowd from the jump.
All right, let's get it.
I think the reason why the hot dog line was supposed to be corny. It was supposed to be so corny that it draw the people in.
It was a laugh. Yeah,
it was like
that's what I'm saying.
I think it was supposed to hard. Now, if he did that in a submission, that would be like, nah, you can't do that.
It don't matter as long as the crowd get it. That's all that matters.
But you do that live, and then you present it the way you present it.
Yeah, you chuckle it as a sarcastic
way.
Yeah, the crowd took that shit from the jump.
So it made it work.
One last question, Liddy. How do you feel about Seek touching you during the battle, my nigga? How do you handle somebody touching?
They sign contracts, Scott.
I mean, I'm not gonna wild out and try to like fight the nigga there on stage. Like, you know what I'm saying? Behind the scenes, we cool and all that shit. So, but for him doing that, I did think of it was like kind of wild pause. Like, why are you smacking me in my rear? Like, this ain't a football game, my nigga. Like, I ain't, you know what I mean? Shit.
In my
So I
derriere.
just looked at him like, yo, you wild for that, but I'm just let that rock, like, you know what I mean? But yeah.
Now check it out. Yo, P. Pull up the video. As good as Seek's verse was, as much as we gave it accolades and accreditation,
where'd it go?
Liddy was not down for the count. Hold on a second. Let me pull it back up. Right here. Let me add to the scene. Boom. There we go. As good as it was, Liddy popped back up. And you know what? I want to talk about that rebuttal. That rebuttal was genius. And I want to, do I preface his performance with this or after?
Nah, let's get into it.
Because I interviewed Liddy. Because I interviewed Liddy after the battle, and he told me something that made me even more impressed with his verse. But let's run the tape, man. Fuck this shit. Let's run the fucking tape.
Yo, y'all hear me? Yeah. This baby got jokes, but I ain't come here to laugh. We'll put that baby to sleep. He mentioned something about an unidentified flying object. But the only UFO he about to be watching is me as I lift my craft. This is me, nigga. Me. You stupid? Don't show my number. Keep going. Hey, yo, straight 16. Yeah. I was chilling. Getting lit, stacking chips. Nothing on my mind but money. I was minding my 2 cents. Yes, sir. SR said if he wasn't here rapping, there wouldn't be no tickets left. Well, if I wasn't here rapping, there wouldn't be no main event. Yo, it's Sheik versus me. And this about to be a fair one. Anyone jumping this round better be ready to jump in front of one, because I'm an air one. That goes for you, Thrill. Oh! Okay. Yo, y'all want to hear something crazy? Yeah. I said, do y'all want to hear something crazy? Yeah. It's how a grown man, 40 years of age, calls himself a baby. When I heard about that, it amazed me. I literally thought they discovered a human being that stopped aging. I did. Then I got this nigga, a grown-ass baby. You a fake. Everything about you fraud. I called your bluff. Now it's time I pull your card. Nigga, I will chop you up, then stuff you in a box. This fucking small. All they gonna see is bones on the floor and brain matter splattered all over the fucking walls. All that work, just so they could put the baby inside of a casket this fucking tall. Taller than you. I mean, why would you call yourself a baby? Why would you call yourself a baby? Does that work with the ladies? Probably not, that's for sure. I'll lift the tech, blast it in an untimely fashion, and end this battle premature. I already know what he had to say. How about smoke a little weed and bump a little yay? Owe a little money. I already know what he had to say. Yep. How I smoke a little weed and bump a little yay. How I owe a little money and still get paid. To this day. Well, I got a 45 and it come with an extra clip, and everybody get it straight. What, nigga? This is me, nigga. Keep going. My competition softer than some baby feet. This baby beef, and it won't last long like baby teeth. It's no cheaper than some baby sneaks. I'm never lacking, I'm strapped. While he's strapped in like a baby sheet. 380. What? What? Yo, this nigga like flipping names so much, right? Y'all wanna know what rhyme with seat, baby?
What's that?
Weak, lazy. Cheat, maybe. He doesn't like to be called an infant, but it's in his name, so how about you just delete, baby? Stupid motherfucker. Yo, they got me battling this little guy. It's over when I point it to hair. I'm trying to minimize. You just lost a fucking battle right there. This battle should come as no surprise. He was verified on IG, but now he's not. We about to get to the bottom of it. You were paying for a verified check with a certified check. Then they took back their blue check because you ran out of certified checks. Now you here with me, though, trying to get your rent back. So I'm just here to give you your shot like a certified vet. Nigga. That one hit that you said you had, that shit played out like the dad. Yo, Spec, how that shit go? I hop in the forward. Hop in the what? I hop in the, hold on. Then he come in the cab? Yo, that one hit he said he had, that shit played like the dad. Yo, Spec, how that shit go? I hop in the forward. Hop in the what? I hop in the, hold on. Then he come in the cab? He get no sponsorship to sponsor, but I got so much merch, you would have thought the platform and we got a partnership. I'm so comfortable in this battle, I'm about to spark and split. Nah, I'm just playing. Now back to this bitch. Pussy, should have stayed in your lane. You make skits, you ain't a rapper. He only act like one on stage. Always writing with somebody next to him. You should write in your own space. Grown man calling himself a baby. You should act your fucking age. Don't get punched in your fucking face, nigga. Man, I hate this nigga. I ain't nothing like this nigga. I don't like this nigga. I ain't nothing like this nigga. I am lit. I will like this nigga. Yo, Thrilling, you hear me, right, nigga? I say, yo, Thrilling, you hear me, right, nigga? Well, that's how you ghost right for this nigga. Yo! Hold on. Calm it down. So how that shit go? You hit up Thrill, be like, hey man, I got some fire trees, but I need a verse or two. Oh, and I'm going against Liddy, so I needed to be versatile. Thrill be like, have that shit roll. When I get there, I put Liddy in a hearse for you. That ain't gonna work for you. But I can see it now. He writing your scripts. No wonder you out here acting out. That's just another way of saying he writes your shit. All you gotta do is rap it out. Man, it's over with you. The chrome split you. One shot, reveal his image like a maternity picture. This nigga, see, he in a attention whore. He only come out in the moonlight. I'll get a chick to throw something in his drink, then kill him when the mood right. Bait him in a soon bite. Y'all know Liddy type crazy. I catch him while he's strolling. I'ma show you how I carry this baby. All right, so what now? Now you can never show your face in this community.
Yo, just know, whoever was there that night, no, that's not how my round ended. My round ended way differently than that. It was missing like at least like 4 more bars or some shit like that, and they fucked that up. Whoever recorded that completely fucking fumbled the ball and dropped the shit.
They took out my bars too. There's a couple of bars in there too.
Yo, maybe that's just an edited version. I'm sure they might have the rest of the footage somewhere.
It was
We were
definitely don't remember that.
The footage trying to salvage some shit, but it didn't come through like
That
that.
definitely sounded a lot different on tape.
Nah, I could attest to that. Liddy definitely didn't end his verse like that, and they definitely cut some bars out of my brother's shit too. So that was kind of whack. I ain't gonna hold you. That was kind of corny.
It's probably just edited down.
Yo, I don't know where Reese went. He need to pull back up.
I'll bring him back up.
Nah, I think there you go. Yeah, bring him back up. Yo, so I gotta talk to Thrill real quick, man. You was catching hella strays, my nigga. Very aggressive, very well done. Nigga was going crazy. How do you feel about him incorporating you so much into his diss towards Seek?
First of all, shout out to Liddy. Liddy did his fucking thing. He knows that. I spoke to him off camera, and he already knows what it is. I'm honored that I'm even mentioned and that I'm on their mind. But I know it's a level of respect that goes with it. I know that comes with the territory, with the battle. But at the same time, you see, I stood right there. I was right behind my brother. I had his back, pause, and I'm with the smoke, with whatever, with whoever, whenever, however. You know what I'm saying? So, but with that being said,
I just want to say, I only had like two setups for you. This nigga Seek had like a whole 8 to 12 bars for G Rugged, and they cut most of the bars out when
that's fair.
He was aiming at G. He aimed. It was almost
there's no reason to explain. Let the footage show. We ain't gotta.
No. I'm gonna be honest. Like,
try to change the narrative. It's what it is. What it is. Whatever's there.
Listen, man.
Anything else? I'm saying. You want to say anything else, Thrill? You say it.
Let the people decide. Go up on
We
YouTube, check the
we
comments.
good. We good. All right. So 1 to 5, Thrill. How much you give that verse?
I give it a solid even 4 out of 5.
Okay.
Like I said, I got my brother edging a little bit, and you know what? If there's bias with it, so be it. But I've got intricate reasons why I think that it was slightly better. But again, no slight on Liddy at all. Like I tell him, like I said, on camera, off camera, like I did not expect that. You know what I'm saying? I did not expect that at all, and it was a hell of a fucking show. Like, for those that were there, Scotty, you was there, Reese, you seen it. Like, it was just, it took on a life of its own, man, and it became something so major. It was so dope. You know what I'm saying? And seeing it really lived up to the hype. You know what I'm saying? So like, it's like every day or every other day we saw like a shots fired, and then they doing memes, and then they talking shit at each other. It was so much fun.
It was exciting.
And it really lived up to the hype, man.
That shit was exciting.
Hey, yo, that little baby that he had.
The baby.
Yeah, he was putting a baby down. He's trying to put a baby down.
That was part of my criticism. That was part of my criticism because I thought it was kind of like hypocritical to say I'm not here with jokes and then you came out with a prop. You know what I'm saying? It was a little funny.
He was ready though.
That right there in itself. And again, if I may, because I had to speak on this, from what I know, my brother's never been verified on IG. So there was never a blue check. So I don't know where that information came from. It sounds good.
Nah, he definitely had a blue check on that shit.
Never had a blue check.
You never had a blue check.
You ain't got to cover.
Nah, I promise. I got no reason to lie. You ain't my wife or the police.
I understand that, but
I never in my life.
blue check.
Never.
And I swear to God, I wish I would have screenshotted that shit. But I didn't.
Never.
I don't gotta explain my win. That's why I'm just sitting quiet watching you just explaining shit. So I'm just.
I don't mind explaining my shit, my nigga. Like I'm keeping it a buck.
I mean, you could go on YouTube and check the comments and see who got the people winning, man. Like it's
no
just,
matter, my nigga. You got like 20K followers, my nigga. Of course you gonna have more comments than the shit, nigga. I'm not sharing it. I'm not putting it in people inboxes and nothing like that, nigga.
And blame
like,
it
we could do this shit again, nigga. If you want, nigga, I could bust your ass again. I could bust your ass again.
That was my question. I
could bust your ass again.
I got a question about that.
I could bust your ass again, my nigga. It's all good.
Man, I just let the
bust your ass again.
Let the people talk.
I got a question about that.
I'm here chilling. I've been quiet the whole time. People talk.
Nigga, I rebutted your whole fucking round, nigga. I predicted everything you
about
do.
that.
Yo, wait.
I got a question about that.
Hold up, Reese. Hold up, Reese. Yo, Reese, hold up. Before you ask the question, Liddy, I'm gonna let you ask it first because I don't want to steal your thunder if you're gonna ask this question. Go ahead.
So how realistic is? I know y'all ready to do a 2-on-2. How realistic is Spec, Liddy, Thrill, Seek 2-on-2 battle?
You asking me?
I'm asking y'all. I'm asking both of y'all. Is that something that's good? That could be something that's going to go down?
I mean, right now, I don't see it going down because I feel like I already beat this nigga, pause, and Spec already beat him. So it's like, I don't see no sense into it. But if this nigga keep acting up and talking shit, trying to act like he won the battle, then yeah, nigga, like the shit might go down.
So y'all would do a 2-on-2 with Seek and Thrill?
I mean, I would if this nigga would it, whatever. I mean, but that's if it gets to that point. I mean, it hasn't gone to that point. It hasn't gone to that point. You know what I mean?
Yo, Liddy, when we had our interview at the end of your at end of your show, well, your set, you told me most of your verse was freestyle. Is this something that you want to double down on?
Nigga, how many rebuttals I have for this nigga?
I just want to hear from you. I just want to know.
I rebutted that whole SR shit, that SR scheme. I rebutted that. That was freestyle, nigga. That was all off the top.
This is a fact.
You understand? That whole other shit about him talking about Bumper Ye, nigga, that was off the top.
Yeah, that shit was fire.
Shouldn't even go like that.
And the whole you still ain't paid thing, right?
Yep.
Yeah,
Yep.
nigga,
And I
like,
still ain't paid. Yeah. All rebuttals, like 3 of them or some shit.
Oh man. And then at the same time, while I'm rapping, this nigga's talking mad shit, trying to throw me off, bro. Like,
hold on, let's I want to rate this.
Real shit. When he was rapping, I wasn't saying shit, my nigga. I was letting him do him, perform, and all that. When I was rapping, this nigga was going all off the fucking top, nigga, trying to throw me off on my round, nigga. He was doing everything, nigga, trying to throw me off.
Okay, Porter, let's hear your take on his verse, his performance.
His shit was the best performance of the night as far as the raps. He had as far as the battles. Yeah, I know we gave SR the W, and rightfully so. I'm just not a fan of his rapping ability. Liddy though had the total package. Lex Luger, you feel me? Like, bro came to fuck shit up, straight up, and he performed flawlessly. So, yeah. I initially had him winning. I told Seek backstage, like, yo, bro, I think you might win this tonight if you know what I'm saying? Like, I think you might win just from an energy standpoint. And then the battle, so I think Liddy edged him. He edged him because he rapped. He not only rapped, he was funny too. But he rapped. You know what I'm saying? He really rapped. It wasn't narrative pushing. He had rebuttals. So he edged him. You know what I'm saying? On the one rounder. He did. He had more of the... Y'all both had similar performances, right? As far as the performance of it. He edged them because he had more bars. Better bars.
Okay.
He did.
Reese, how you feel? Pause.
That's another. I think that's another 4.5. I think Liddy did his thing. I'm gonna be honest with you. In the building, when I was in the building, I was like, "Yo, I think Seek got him. Seek for me. Seek had him in the building." But after seeing the video, after seeing on cam, I think Liddy got Seek. So I guess it's going to be all contextual, right? It's one of those, if you was in the building, or at least when I was in the building, that's what I felt like. Yo, Seek had him. But then
let me ask you this, Reese. In the building, when the line came up, smoked a little cook, bumped a little yay. I don't know what the line was.
Yeah.
That shit
hit.
That shit blew the.
That shit hit hard.
Even though that went crazy, you know what I'm saying? I know you remember that from being in the building too, like.
Yeah.
But continue, go ahead.
But the hot dog line hit. I think the hot dog line, as you know, as corny as it may be, I think it hit harder than that in the building because you couldn't stop laughing. You know what I'm saying? So I felt like it had more.
You felt like it hit harder than that in the building?
I do. I thought people, because people couldn't stop laughing. People kept on laughing. So people couldn't stop laughing. That's why it hit harder because he had
because it grabbed the hold of them
and he had to do it over and over.
Yo, Reese, I respect your opinion, bro, but that's wild because it was a whole different feel. That shit ain't feel like that to me.
It was funny. It was a funny line, and the fact that the thing is, Seek had to repeat it 3 times.
Because you know why. Only reason why I say that because I actually, when I wrote off of that line that he said, like I had to actually, the crowd was so crazy that I had to calm them down in order so I could try to say what I was gonna say again. Like,
I was literally gonna say that they equivalent because he had to be like, "Yo, hold it down, like boom, boom." Like
I think it was more.
And then he not only had that, he followed it up with the pocket check. Like,
the pocket check was crazy. The pocket check was crazy.
The rebuttals was.
This is what I feel about it. It depends on what you're looking for as far as shaking the room and shit like that. I think Liddy, that line with the smoke a little bud, snip a little yay, or whatever. That line was like, yo, it was more of a line like that. Where the hot dog line was like,
was like shocker, right? It was just a shocker, right?
It was
bro,
like, yo,
I had to go at him that way, bro. Real shit. I had to throw myself out there and like try to gamble the shit. You know what I mean? Because
malice shit.
Because if I did, because I wouldn't have did it. If I wouldn't have did it, nigga, the nigga would have killed me because the nigga literally. When he said that shit, nigga, that even though, you know what I'm saying, whatever line it is, fictional line, but
hey, yo, my nigga, I'm gonna
tell me with the crime.
I'm gonna tell you like this, so at that point,
I had to.
The rebuttal was crazy.
Fucking
the
yo,
crazy.
He ain't mouthed himself with it, like he the shit. Like
I'm gonna tell you like this,
self-deprecating.
Hold on, let me finish this one thing.
Go ahead.
The Seek hot dog line, it was funny, and people couldn't stop laughing every time he said it. You know what I'm saying? He said it again, and then people start laughing again. So that's the contrast between those two lines. You know what I'm saying? The Liddy line was like, oh shit. You know what I'm saying? The Seek line was like, yo, that's funny as shit. You know what I'm saying? And the fact it was so funny that people had to stop him again to make him do it again and again. So it's all about what you the preference. You know what I'm saying? In the building, if I'm laughing, I think that holds more weight. You making me laugh. That holds more weight than just like, oh shit. You know what I'm saying? In the building, but on camera, like I said, on camera, I got Liddy edging Seek. In the building, I had Seek winning the battle. So
okay.
That's where I'm at with it.
Hey, yo, P.
I respect that.
How you feel about it?
I kind of feel the same way. When I first heard it in the building, I definitely thought Seek had it. but watching it again today, I think Liddy did his thing. They hit a little different hearing it now, a lot different. Like I said, it's my first battle. This is my first time ever being in one of these things. So I've heard y'all talk about it before, with being in the building to not being in the building, on camera, not on camera, and I really didn't understand what that meant till now.
Right.
So we're all seeing it for the first time since we all left the battle.
No, I saw it. I watched it.
Yeah, that matters. It clearly matters.
Yeah. So they, like I said, the whole baby thing to me was funny as hell. I love that.
Yeah, like the baby, you know, like to go in this to Liddy's round, like he had a lot of scheming on the baby.
Yeah.
It was.
When that hitting the yay thing, yo, that shit hit hard because
I had to do it.
I don't think anybody expected it.
He almost,
but
bro,
nobody
he almost killed
like
me with that line.
Yeah,
because
bro, it was the on some real shit. It was the rebuttals that gave you the edge, because y'all are pretty even, bro. No funny, y'all are even as fuck.
Yeah, it was pretty close.
Yes,
really
I'm
close.
not even. This
Really
is not
close.
a blowout win. You know what I mean? Like. You edged them with the rebuttals. I will say that. That's a fact. You know what I'm saying? Because that took skill then and there. Like, you know what I'm saying? Then and there. Pressure. Yeah. And then I'm going to go into my can material, the stuff I already have. That took real skill. And, like, I respect that. That's what gives you the edge, my guy.
Well, I got a question for Zeke.
Appreciate
right?
you, bro. What's good?
So, now, from what Porter's saying, the importance of who goes first and who goes second actually matters.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Right?
It did.
So now,
in hindsight, right? In hindsight, yeah.
Now I know you pretty confident that you won and anything like that, and that shit was you had.
I wouldn't be mad if somebody said he did. I wouldn't be mad at all. I couldn't even.
When do they officially
argue with you?
Is there going to be like a vote?
I couldn't argue with nobody for saying Zeke won. I'd be like, yo,
wait. Can we get 6-3? Yeah.
Battle rap is subject. Look,
so is there going to be like a vote or something?
But I got a question for you. I got a question for you. Regardless of that, anything like that, do you think you would have had rebuttals for what Liddy said if you went second?
If I would have said,
what kind of question is that?
No, that's a good question. That's a good question.
No, of course, because that's the advantage of going second. You know what I'm saying? That's the advantage of going second, is being able to rebuttal. You know what I'm saying? Right. But what I do want to say is, everybody, you know, battle rap is subjective. So at the end of the day, I respect everybody's opinion here and how y'all feel, you know, about the battle, who won, you know, and whichever, which is, you know, a person can't get upset because we all got opinions. So this is dope because I like this, you know what I'm saying, to get to see everybody's opinions besides the people that are on YouTube, besides the people on Straight 16. So this is dope, you know. And shout out to Liddy, because I feel like Liddy did way better than I thought that he was going to do as well. So I feel like, you know, I feel like I got it. You know what I'm saying? Some people feel like I got it. You guys feel like he got it. At the end of the day, this was
and also when you put
y'all had performance of the night, bro.
This
battle, two dudes like him and me.
One at a time, bro. One at a time. Wait. One at a time, fellas.
This was a dog fight. You know, this was a dog fight. How I feel about my compared to his, I didn't stumble, and this is just technicality. I didn't stumble through my whole round. My shit was straight through. He stumbled, you know what I'm saying? So he definitely had some bombs. Like, this nigga was hitting. I just never stumbled.
Only reason I say I stumbled right now, bro, is honestly so much shit. My mind was like, I was literally trying to perform, right? But at the same time, with all the shit that I had to say, man, nigga, my mind was running at 1,000 and my fucking saliva was running out. So it was like I was cotton, bro.
Yeah.
I was asking for water.
Bro took that bottle of water, was like, yo, oh God.
I was in my back pocket the whole time and shit. Yeah. It was wild, bro.
That's why. He did an amazing job. He did fucking great. You know what I'm saying? And just on that, because he had bars. That nigga was hitting. You know what I'm saying?
It was a dog fight, like you said, bro. It was close.
I just feel like he slipped. And that's why even when he slipped, I said, I got you. Because in technicality, in just technicality, my shit was straight flawless and
Yep.
he flipped. You know what I'm saying? But
Yeah.
other than that,
What was the
Also,
word?
that
What was
nigga.
the word that was eliminate?
Minimize.
Minimize. That was
minimize.
hilarious, though.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
But nah, yo,
saying?
listen,
and
I love,
also,
listen, I
Seek
love the
does a
fact,
great
you know what I'm saying?
job,
Those
and
got
Seek
opinions.
does a. Hold on, let me say something real quick. Seek does a great job as far as trying to get in somebody's head, because while I was performing, my nigga, like literally the nigga was talking shit through my whole round and trying to pose and take pictures and all that shit, like just to throw me off. You know what I mean? And I'm over here rebuttaling this shit, and I'm trying to go back into my round and shit, and I'm so cotton. So then when I'm like, fuck, I just stumbled on my shit. That nigga rode that shit. He caught that shit because he knows if he didn't expose me on that mistake right there, it would have been over if I couldn't had took that fumble and recovered from it.
That's
You know
how
what
I
I mean?
feel. That's why I feel. That's why I feel. I know y'all got your opinions, but I feel like my shit was flawless. I ain't fucking slip up. So I feel like I got the. I love my.
That is points.
I'm leaving this battle. I'm leaving this battle with the performance. When people say it, they're gonna be like, yo, that nigga, he knows what he's doing up there. My job was to come in for straight 16 and give people a show. People came to fly over here. They came from different states. They paid for shit. So we just wanted to put a show. So I wanted
You guys,
man, and that shit was fire.
Yo, as
you
far,
guys
let me
got
ask
busy,
all
bro.
y'all a question though.
Yeah.
As far as the main
Yeah.
event, did the main event live up to his name? To what?
Yes.
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 Absolutely.
Yes.
Absolutely, bro. Like
Yes.
I said, I
That was
think
some dope shit.
I think Liddy had the performance of the night, given, you know what I'm saying, the whole whatever. And Seek was right there, but like if somebody had either or, it would. Who's gonna say? That's how close
It's
this was,
extremely
bro.
debatable. It's extremely
Like
debatable.
I'm like, yo, this is super close.
Yeah, that
So
shit was really close.
it was
That's why
really
I said.
close.
Really
That's
I'm
why
gonna
I
tell you like
said
this.
in the building, it was so bad that I was having a conversation. I was actually
Yeah.
having a conversation with Seek and Liddy Girl, and they was talking about it, and I was like, I couldn't say because like Liddy Girl was like talking about it. I was like, I can't say. I was like, yo, I can't say. I was like, yo, I kind of want to say Seek won in the building, like, and that's how I was feeling at the time. So I was just like, yeah, you know what I'm saying. But it was a good battle. I just kept on saying it's a good battle. It's a good battle. It's a good battle. Because I was going to say like, yo, I think Seek got it. But
and I like the fact that they decided to not use
after seeing it on video, and being able to pause to digest all the bars that Liddy was spitting, I'm like,
yeah, he was
it's
rapping,
still
bro.
close. It's still super close. But I'm like, damn, Liddy was like rebuttaling a lot of that shit, bro. Like that,
Yeah, boy. Like swatting it. It was like swatting them shits. Pow.
yeah, it was
Pow.
like it was, and like even though the minimized thing got stumbled, he didn't stumble the fucking rebuttals. He didn't stumble the rebuttals. It was like almost like, yo, that was in the verse already, like type shit. You know
It was a
saying?
mispronunciation. It wasn't even a stumble, gang. He
And
kept
I was like,
it going.
damn.
Like,
So
you know what I mean?
So to have that was crazy.
Fellas, it's almost
but the way,
11
but
o'clock.
Oh
I
yeah,
kept
we
it going.
could do
But
this
the way
shit all day.
but the way he interrupted that part when I missed the pronunciation, the way he cut in and he was like, oh, you lost that fucking round, nigga. Like that shit would throw anybody else that who ain't about this rap shit. That shit would throw you fuck off and probably would have lost the whole round right there.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
You didn't even notice. Yeah, like he did it on purpose almost. Like
I took that shit, nigga, and I just kept going.
It was clean.
Yeah. See, I hate.
Sorry
I got
about that, Scotty.
I got another question, but I hate to fucking ask the question because we're gonna be fucking on here forever. But
yeah, I'm
gonna ask this question. Just Seek and Liddy. Liddy, how did you prepare for this battle? Because you mentioned that he was doing a whole bunch of shit on stage that would throw anybody off. Was that part of your rehearsal? Having things going on around you, having to multitask and things like that. And the same question for you, Seek.
Nah, I wrote this nigga's whole verse in my fucking bathroom.
Shit, I had my shit.
I wrote the whole shit in the bathroom, bro. Like
I wrote my shit in
performed it
November.
once or twice in front of Spec, and that's all it was. But there was nobody, like I didn't have nobody trying to like interrupt me into the shit. Like Nothing like that. So
Yo,
when he
focus.
actually was doing that shit, it was throwing me off. And I was trying my best not to completely let that throw me off. And I had to pick that fumble up real quick, and I just had to recover from that shit quick. Because he was really doing his best, nigga, to like dead ass throw me off. And it almost worked. But I didn't let it get to me. I had to recover quick as possible, bro, and just keep going through my whole round. That's why I was kind of tight when they cut off the end of my round, because I was like, damn, that was the closing of my whole round.
Is that shit off? Did the fact that you had the issue with Expo that first time, did that make you come back in this battle with a vengeance?
Definitely. I had to like literally come back, bro. I had to come back from that, because that battle happened, and whatever niggas saying that I lost in the room, and others saying that I won on the playback. But realistically, like, I feel like when I was battling Expo, I feel like that was my first battle, like face to face type shit, like on some shit like that. And I learned a lot from that battle. And not only that, bro, but you got to take in the concept that we was rhyming off on the beat on that battle. So it's like, if you fuck up, you fuck up. I didn't fuck up in that battle. I just had a late start in that battle. Like, you know what I mean? I started my round late. Other when, like, I was supposed to drop on the fourth bar of the beat, but I didn't drop. I let the shit play again. Then I started getting into my round, and I spent my round flawlessly. But that's the only thing that people critiquing me for from that battle. You know what I mean? But other than that, when it comes to rapping off a beat, I feel like I can express myself more, and you could do a lot more. I could perform more. You know what I mean? And I could just like rebuttal better, and just, you know what I mean? Just be a better, bro, like, just be better, bro. Like, it's different when it's off beat. I feel that.
Yo, listen, you definitely redeemed yourself.
Oh, Scotty, you ain't.
I know. Wait. I'm impressed by what you did. See, did you do anything out of the ordinary, or did you focus on certain things to make your performance so impressive that night? Like, did you do anything different?
Not really. Performing is what I do, man. So I knew that's my strong suit, is performing and getting the crowd involved and just getting people engaged, because it's not a battle rap room. So I knew how to make people laugh and just control the crowd. So really, it was just normal shit for me, honestly.
Okay. Listen, I'm not going to tell anybody who I chose, because I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm gonna I'm gonna be 100 with y'all for real. Even though Liddy had the rebuttals and stuff like that, Seek's verse was amazing. I thought it was a tie in the building. I think it's a tie even more now. You know what I'm saying?
I'm not mad at you, bro. I'm not mad at you. I nearly want to make it a tie myself. That's why I'm like, I can't argue with nobody.
Also, Straight C got a bar breakdown, which I think the bar breakdown is also going to be good too. So you got to tune in for that.
Yep.
So there's layers to both of our bars, so there's going to get explained as well, which is dope. So make sure y'all tune into that shit.
This is the thing, is foot to the fire, bro. That's the thing. Like you saying that and everything like that, and I easily, like I say, that's a tie, and I wouldn't feel no way about it neither. Like, it was a tie.
No way.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I wouldn't feel no way about calling it a tie. Like, it was a tie. It's a tie. Yeah. But I'm talking about feet to the fire, bro.
Yeah,
yo,
you gotta pick somebody.
I'm gonna tell you like this. When I saw what Seek did, I was like, yo, that shit is hilarious.
I didn't think Liddy was going to be able to survive that after that. After Seek.
And then Liddy comes in, and I swear this motherfucker got taller during the fucking verse. You know what I'm saying? Motherfucker was going off. He was beasting, bullying, all that shit. I'm 100 with you when I tell you I cannot choose.
So you're dying. You're dying then.
Stop this. I'm gonna say this, but I'm gonna say this.
Feet to the fire.
Nah, but I'm gonna say. Let me finish.
Still a tie.
Let me finish something.
You're a dead.
I'm gonna tell you like this. The difference between me and you is you watched this shit before the show. This is my first time watching it since the battle.
Me too.
Yeah, me too, bro.
I think it's a fucking tie at this point.
It's really close.
Play, pause, reverse, go Google shit.
You know reversal.
You've been playing with this, huh? Reese, you've been playing with it?
What?
Here we go.
See, this is the thing. I'm uncomfortable with you, bro.
I think it's a tie.
We all grown adults.
I don't want to be in the box under this nigga, bro.
Yo,
pause. Safest person to be around.
Pause. Being in the box under a nigga is crazy. Listen.
Wow, you know that was crazy. Pause.
Crazy.
That was wow.
Listen.
It's too late, bro.
This shit was a fucking tie, and the show is over. You guys are fucking amazing.
You running.
I learned a lot with me and Reese. Get up on stage, niggas better be ready because we learning from y'all niggas.
Indeed. Right? The game.
and trust me, I'm bigger than most niggas in there. You feel me? So I'm about to
sick, gang.
Ain't nobody gonna be bullying me.
We got a little sneak peek of with you and Jindu though. We got a little sneak peek.
That's a wild one.
That was crazy. We don't see what's up.
Man, that was crazy.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Now I talked to Liddy about this, and now I'm asking you: would you and Thrill battle with Spec and Liddy?
Who? Me and Thrill versus Spec and Liddy?
Yeah.
If that's what they want to do, man, like I said, I don't mind killing two niggas I already got killed already. The fuck?
Yo,
I ain't gonna lie.
I want to see.
I want to see that shit. I want to see that shit so bad, bro.
If y'all thought that shit was good, if y'all thought that shit was electrifying when we first battled, right? If y'all thought that shit was electrifying when we first battled, like when me and Seek battled, y'all thought that shit was electrifying. Imagine that shit. If Spec is in the building, imagine that shit when Thrill Them Guns in the building. That shit's gonna be a fucking sight to see. Everybody gonna want to watch that shit.
Better get your tickets. Get your tickets now.
That would be
yo. Can I ask y'all a question?
That's what we need right now.
Let me ask y'all a question, and this is crazy, right? This is a little off topic, also. Do y'all want to see Lost Metaphors be in the building battling somebody?
Oh shit!
I don't know who you talking. Who you talking to? To me?
Everybody who knows Lost Metaphors.
I really don't do my homework too much on him. I've seen him a couple of times, but I don't duck no smoke with anybody. So,
bro, listen to me. In the Firehouse, bro, is all love. We appreciate anybody to come out and support, anybody to come out and do anything, whatever. Is all love. If you're gonna be respectful, we'll be respectful at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? Just come through, spit your shit. You know what I mean? That's it. So at the end of the day, yeah, he can come through. You know what I mean? Spit your shit, and that's it.
Do you consider yourself a cookout rapper?
Don't get out of pocket.
Do you consider yourself a cookout rapper?
He says all shit that he digs deeper into this shit. Go ahead, Joe.
I don't consider myself a backpack rapper. That's one.
Okay.
Yeah,
well,
hey, yo, Liddy, who would you want to see in the 2-on-2?
On a 2-on-2, as far as who?
Even you can include yourself. You can include yourself if you want to.
Oh man, fuck. I don't even know, bro. But that talk with Spec and Thrill and Seek, that shit sounds crazy. That would be a monster battle. I can't really fathom how crazy that would be.
How about you, Seek?
Ain't really nobody really except I think Liddy and Spec. There's not too many people that really I'm not really. I can't really shoot a straight at anybody because I really don't see anybody that's on the level of what we're doing, and that's no shade or disrespect to anybody. I just haven't seen anybody else, so I can't tell you anything. You know what I'm saying? So from what I've seen, I've only seen Liddy and Spec. So that's right now. That's the ops all the time. We can dig them out the grave, like I said. It ain't a problem.
we can't see a Solu versus Show Rock.
Solu versus Show.
Well, that's something else.
How about Solo? How about Solo versus? How about Solo versus? How about Solo versus Loss?
Nah. Solu can't. Loss can't fuck with Solu at all.
Solo get busy.
Loss can't fuck with Solu at all.
I wouldn't be mad at. I wouldn't be mad at a Solu versus Loss battle. Actually, I kind of like that. Actually,
more than Solu versus Show Rock.
Show Rock is not going to battle Solu.
Why would you say that?
Show Rock wouldn't take that.
Yeah, he just won't. He won't do it. So, and just for the simple fact that he won't take it, it's a whack battle to even talk about because he won't take it.
I think that's weak.
I think a Show Rock spec battle would be dope.
Hell no. We saw what Liddy did. We saw what Liddy did, my nigga. I don't think so.
That's what I'm saying. I think a Show Rock spec battle would be dope.
Yo, Liddy. Yo, kudos to that shit. Kudos to what you did that time with Show Rock. Anyway, yo, the show is over. I appreciate y'all, man. We was on for a long time, y'all. Y'all stuck with us. Thank you, yo. I can't wait to see what y'all do next, man. That's the show, man.
Yes, later. Next week.